Oh yes, the blue. It's basically.
Oh no.
I'm also wearing like this whole thing. I just. This is good stuff. This is good content.
I'm trying to paint red onto my arms, and it's.
Stop recording.
That's so annoying.
We have to.
I want to have everyone know that I made this cape, and it was difficult.
No.
Okay, and it's got like a really cool like clasp which broke, and I'm very unhappy. Yeah. But it's fine. I tried my best. Woo! Aylin, all you need to do is put up your hood, and you're basically there.
There we go. Essentially, always wearing a hoodie. So.
There you go. Okay, we're not playing this game.
Oh, wait, by the way, how's the echo, guys? Can you hear us okay and not hear yourselves back?
I can hear you great. It took me so long to figure out how to get these headphones on over this wig. It's so much more stressful than you'd imagine.
Alright, that's good. That means the microphone shouldn't be picking up the computer sound.
Okay. Maybe I should go back to being blonde. Just looking at myself, and I'm really like, oh.
It looks good.
Lighter hair.
I mean, I like your natural hair, but.
The red hair's not natural.
Red isn't my natural hair.
Well, alright, I've been bamboozled. What are you naturally blonde? Well, I like your fake natural hair then, alright?
Oh my gosh, thank you. The fact that you thought it was natural means a lot.
That looks good.
Thank you. That'll do. Okay, game. Okay, game? Okay, guys.
Okay, game.
Let me just close. I'm doing so much prepping because the next few sessions are going to be like chock full of lore.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the next few sessions.
There's something here for Astra, there's something here for Cass, there's something here for Neff, there's so much here for Neff.
Oh my god, wait, hang on. Is Georgia meant to be here?
No, not this week.
I thought...
Or next week.
I thought it was only 2 sessions that she was missing out.
We're gonna stick with the same rule, which was if 2 people can't make it, then we'll reschedule. If 1 person can't make it, then we'll go on. Because otherwise, it could get a bit difficult.
No, as in, I thought 2 sessions had passed, and she was going to be away for 2 sessions.
Oh, so I sent her a message. Actually, I mean, I don't know if she's going to come in. She still can. Yeah. But I sent her a message the other day explaining that because of the Deck of Many Things thing, essentially she can be away for as long as she needs to be, or for as little time as she needs to be.
Okay.
You know, so, yeah.
Also, I'm happy to say, from now on, the recordings are going to be in a much higher quality. So the settings have changed.
Ooh!
So look forward to some...
my face in higher quality.
Yeah. It's not going to be so pixelated.
HQ. Oh my goodness. I knew I forgot to do something. I didn't make the stupid map. I was going to make a map like I did on the Photoshop one. It's fine.
You can paint a map with words.
Word picture, guys. It's going to have to be. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay.
You know, I'm still painting myself right now, so you could just do it.
I'm sorry.
I could, technically. It didn't take very long the first time.
I think this is going to be a bad idea. I think these are lipsticks. I don't actually know what these are.
Oh my gosh. Do you want to know my... Oh, I'm frozen. Oh no, I'm good. Do you want to know my, like, worst? It's the most, like... This one of the, you know those stories that make your heart just like drop? It's that. When I was like 16 or 17, I went to France for an exchange, and it was the first time I was ever like on my own doing like a what's it? Like a holiday.
Exchange? Right.
Exchange, yeah. And I had one day in Paris on the way back. Before I got picked up by my parents at the Eurostar. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go shopping. And I bought my favourite perfume, which I still use today, which is Parisen by YSL, so good. And a lipstick, a really nice red lipstick, because I've always wanted to have that. I wanted to have that Taylor Swift vibe, do you know? Anyway, it was Halloween that day. And earlier in that week, I'd gotten another lipstick, which was a bit shit. And I put them in the same lipstick bag. And when my parents picked me up from the Eurostar, they said, oh, your friends invited you to a Halloween party. I don't remember if you remembered. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, I completely forgot. I don't have a costume or anything ready. And then I have that shitty red lipstick. I'm wearing a white shirt. I've got a black skirt. I'll just be a dead made. So I got the shitty red lipstick, and I smeared it like all over myself. I was like, yes, I look so dead. And then the lights in the car kind of turned on as we pulled up at my friend's house, and it was the nice one. And I was like,
Shit.
oh, I bought it like that day. I was like, yeah.
Oh.
It was so like traumatizing for me, but
That's unfortunate and a half, I'm gonna say.
yeah. My hubris at thinking I could pull together a last-minute costume was too much. Although that being said, I made this like yesterday, so it feels good.
I mean,
looking good.
big improvement.
Stuff.
At least you didn't regress, you know.
I want to see a Bluey cosplay.
They're genuinely the dragon
too.
masks.
I mean,
And Astra.
The dragon masks on Amazon are, yeah, like, real legit. I have some blue face paint. I was considering putting in a blue character just so I could paint myself blue today.
To be fair, I could have gone a lot more
like
purple than I am, but
We left it at this.
yeah, it would have been a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Okay, no
But
such thing
maybe
as
for
too much,
Smash.
Well, for Smash, I would wear like white eyebrows and white eyelashes.
Yeah, go get some purple body
So-
paint and permanently stain myself purple.
so
Worth it.
someone at dinner tonight mentioned the sort of things that tradies wear to like. Oh no, like people who do stuff on the roof of things.
Mhm.
They
Oh,
like
yeah.
give them extra height. Apparently, it's like 2 feet, which is way more than I need to get up to 6'6". But that's
How tall
another
are you?
option other than I'm 5.
5'2".
I'm whatever.
Oh, okay.
I'm-
I thought you were like 6 foot. I thought you meant you was like 6'4", and I was like, what?
Yeah.
That'd be
You said 2
crazy.
feet.
That'd be
Right.
so-
inches.
I am just like an inch or two shorter than Lily.
You
And
say
I'm
that. It's a few
164.4
inches.
centimeters.
Really?
So-
Okay, I can imagine that.
I need to be taller for some people.
I'm only a few inches taller.
I
but not
put
by
my
much.
chair up so we're like pretty.
So we're pretty.
I've
We are pretty.
forgotten what our height difference is, because I'm taller than you, Lily, aren't I?
Tiny bit, tiny bit.
Wait,
tiny
Emma, how
bit.
tall are you?
I'm about 5'6", 5'7".
Hi, I'm still taller
bit
in
tall,
real life.
5'5".
I'm tall for La Femme, so
Full of
I
fam.
am short for the fam.
I am also short, full of fam. Freaking rip.
do you know what? Actually, I think I'm not like super tall. I'm just proportioned that I look tall.
I think I look taller than I
I'm
am.
really proportioned to look tall. Oh my god.
I had Quinny's
God.
boyfriend guess how tall I was, and he said 170 centimeters, and I was like,
You're growing.
I was very happy.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna have to.
I fluctuate. I'm either 169 or 171. There is an in between. Well, there is, but
You're
you
that
know what I
much
mean.
tall? Okay.
But it's called 170.
Anna the sass.
My
I'm so
eyebrows look so
sorry.
weird.
your eyebrows.
At least you bothered to
Yeah,
colour
it's
your
cool though.
eyebrows,
Like
yeah.
I actually like that you went through the effort.
Yeah, we didn't do it.
My eyebrows match Neff's already.
Mine
They're
don't.
thicker.
I'm so annoyed. My glue gun has a Japanese plug because I got it from Daiso. I didn't realise. So then I went yesterday. I was like, oh, I'll just go buy one from Tesco's. Tesco's one doesn't work. So I had to hand stitch this stupid clasp onto this bath mat underneath this scarf, which is how I made the stupid cloak. Anyway, stupid glue guns, not gluing things.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Alright,
Shall
I'm
we
ready.
game?
Come on,
Okay.
slowpokes. Let's start.
I'm
already,
not
right?
ready.
Jeez, I'm gonna have to quit at this rate.
Right.
No.
So, who wants to roll for recap? And we are rolling. For
Wait,
the
we can
number
choose if we
closest to
want to roll for recap? I didn't know that.
2. You can choose. You don't have to.
Okay, I'm gonna choose not to.
2.
Do it.
Why?
How dare you?
8.
8.
10.
10.
15.
Lily. And Astra. Aelin 15. And Lily.
11.
11. So, oh my gosh, it works so well. Thomas, Neff, you're going to be doing the recap.
Exactly what I do want to do it. Oh, okay. Alright, let's go through my notes. Where does it
No, I'm kind of
start?
glad that Lily isn't doing it because I feel like we would have gotten a very coloured
I would get very emotional.
interpretation.
Wait, where does the session before last session end?
What is even going on here?
We defeated the bird the session before last session,
Yeah,
right?
basically. Yeah.
Okay, so that happened last session, and did...
No, wait, here.
Yeah, because I did this bluey does... Wait, okay, that
So
was
it
last...
starts from here.
Okay, cool.
Starts from here.
So, last session,
Oh, I hate this bit.
turns out... did I really write this? It turns out that some of Neff's family died. We fly... Wait, we're flying through... Okay, so we just defeated the bird. We're flying through the wastes. We're going via magic carpet. We're going via shoe. We're making our way. We found out that some of Neff's family's dead. We find a big U-shaped building. Could be the Nintendo Wii U headquarters. We don't know. We just have a look. It looks very deserted. Probs burnt down is written in my notes. So it looked from the outside, it's very dilapidated. And this is most likely the Winter Palace of Kalkarn, which we discovered that it actually is the Winter Palace of Kalkarn. So we're there, we're chilling, we find this U-shaped building.
Brian an old fat man.
Wait, that's coming later. That didn't happen. That wasn't me. That was Neff. I have nothing to do with that. Alright, I take no responsibility. We run into Sarazar's friends, who are like the bandits of the waste. I think.
They were pretending to be bandits. You know they were knights
Okay,
now.
so the fake bandits, not even real bandits. Sarazar's friends. We run into them. We have a big reunion. Everybody's happy. It's emotional.
Oh,
Are you painting your arms red?
yeah.
Yes.
The cosplay.
Wait,
Very
what?
old
I want to.
witchy.
Oh, all right. So we do that. We decide. All right, we gotta check this palace out. It's kind of sus.
Oh my
It
god.
might not be
they really are.
super deserted. There might be people down there. So we go down there. We explore. We see some Yazar family oil paintings and some Kradaman Yazar further down the line. I mean, Neff makes an inappropriate
It was-
Nat 1 comment.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah, that was a good time.
So that happened. There's a painting of Ural. This Trevor Kradaman Yazar painting. I wrote really basic notes for this. There is a tiefling painting as well, which we see. And at the very end of this corridor that we're walking down, there's some big oak doors. And we push through, and that's where we find everybody waiting. Everybody's there. The queen is there. Danuel is there. Other people are there. People in hiding. People of the temple. They've all been. It's not destroyed from the outside. It's like the TARDIS, but it's like a broken TARDIS that isn't broken on the inside.
Yup.
Then there isn't much written here, but basically Neff and her mom have a reunion, and they go and they walk around and they sit down, and she's like, "Oh, how have you been?" And I was like, "I didn't remember anything." And then Neff's mom gives her a code and is like, "Hey, what is this? Is this important?" And it turns out it's the code for the tome.
Yup.
And Neff remembers it, and she's like, "Oh shit, this is intense, dude. This is bad. All right." And then she doesn't tell that to her mom. She's just like, "Get rid of the code." Basically, it's like not important. Get rid of it. We don't want that falling into the wrong hands. Talk to mother.
Nice.
Remember stuff. Talk to Danuel. Oh yeah. So then Neff goes out with Danuel and has some talks about how sand is like the worst.
I
thing in
really enjoyed
existence.
that. I really, really enjoyed that. I don't know if you know, but I noticed. I just watched it back and I was like, I love this.
I actually really like that whole segment. That was so weirdly wholesome as well. Good sibling action.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're the best siblings.
I know, right?
Sorry, everyone else who has siblings in the game.
I mean, I
Actually, no
stand
one
it.
else has siblings in the game. Oh, sweet.
That you know of. Who has their story developed well? No.
Hang on. If I don't know who has secret siblings, who does?
Just one of us just brings
A
up.
real
I
DM.
actually already have another sibling that's in my backstory that I didn't tell you about.
Sounds like something I do.
I'd be fine with that.
It's
That does
Brian's
sound like something
brother. It's Brett.
Here's this 5 extra pages to my backstory I didn't give you.
I was like, yeah, I know we're just starting. Anyway, so that happens. Cain is mentioned. Cain is probably evil. He's probably Karul, but that isn't. I don't think that was actually confirmed, but I'm pretty sure that's what.
No,
the case
they
is.
sounded similar in their descriptions, and the only thing
Yeah.
that would be a bit confusing was the fact that they were both in the sort of similar places around the same time.
Yeah.
But you never know.
It sounds like it could be Karul, but we haven't got any confirmation. We just know that there was some evil dude called Cain, and he was despicable. He got possessed, and he did some bad stuff that we do not approve of. It was unlawful, and he left and did bad stuff, very bad stuff.
Indeed.
We find a portal, in parentheses, kinda, to the Fey world. That's
Very well.
yeah.
Fey.
Say again. Wild? Fey Wild.
Yeah,
I wrote
Fey
Fey
Wild.
World. I thought it was World. I thought it was World.
Yeah.
They all
The
do.
Fey Wild. Okay, that sounds cooler. That sounds better than my misinterpretation of those. Are you editing my notes?
Yeah.
I didn't agree to this. Thank you. Alright.
Unlawful editing.
Lawful editing.
Unlawful.
Alright, then Bluey spills the beans, important beans, to Gelda, is what's written here. Lets
Yep.
everyone know and has to practice against Gareth for ritual combat, which Blue has been kind of roped into, to be honest.
Lorella did ask to make sure she was comfortable with the fact of fighting someone,
Yes.
just to make sure, because she was concerned.
I think we were all a bit concerned.
I was a bit concerned.
Oh yeah, and then whoops, there's a Y missing. I just wrote Blue wins.
Yeah.
So Blue won. Yay, Bluey!
Blue always.
The Blue one won. Was that meant to
Indeed.
be? No, okay, I don't know. Alright, and that's it. And then I tried sketching like a new signature for Neff because we know her name now. I don't know if-
Okay.
that'll be like mirrored probably, so it's not gonna come out really well. I'm sorry.
That looks right.
Let me see.
I'll have to like post.
That's cool.
I'll have to post a picture or something. Anyway.
It's not mirrored, which is interesting. It was the right way round for me.
Oh really? I think it was mirrored for me.
Yeah, it's very fast.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Emotionally, as they say.
Well, anyway, that's where we left off. I think we just did the ritual combat, and then the ritual combat finished, and
Yeah. So that wasn't the ritual combat. That was just like a guess, like a test to make sure that
Yeah.
you were worth
That was for shits and
bringing
giggles.
along. So
Practice round.
practice round. So that is literally where we finished.
and it's actually becoming blue.
As Lorella turns to you all and says, "So tomorrow we will go to."
Ooh.
Oh gosh.
The blue one.
Blue just zaps out of.
She's back.
I've got
Really
so
past
much
that.
hair. Sorry.
You made your decisions.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we will go to ritual combats with the enemy, if that is agreeable to all of you.
I will come
Yes.
with you.
This is what we need to decide next, yes, because I would never ask any of you to put yourselves in harm's way for the sake of a country you may not have an allegiance with. But any help you can offer will be appreciated. I will go. As a leader, I believe it is my duty to. Neff, I do not. I know that if your friends go, you will likely want to go as well, but you can understand my apprehension.
Well, I mean, it is as you will. If you would rather I stay here at the palace, then I'll obey by your wishes, but I would like to go, if possible.
I think I need to think about it. The rest of you, I do not know your strengths or your powers, but I will find people who may match your skill level, and we can perhaps test you in the same way we tested Bluey, if that is okay. Okay.
I'll be cheering for all of you on the sidelines.
Would you
Go
prefer?
us.
Would you prefer to
Sorry.
do this now, or have a moment to gather yourselves?
I would like to discuss with my friends, if possible.
I understand. Take your time.
Thank you, Mother.
It's okay. All right, you guys can discuss amongst yourselves. And you're painting like blue on your face, or is it just?
It looks like you've eaten like a,
I
You look like a blueberry.
I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I'm just
it
trying
looks
my
like you
best.
ate like a
You know
1,000
what? It
blueberries
kind
like 2
of
hours
does.
ago.
It kind of does look accurate, somewhat.
I have a plan for actual,
I didn't
like...
do Brian's freckles always.
Smackdown
Because I'm
time.
that lazy.
Well, this is Brianna.
I didn't do Lorella's freckles either. Oh, bad.
I mean, I don't,
Oh, well.
I don't have the right color horns. These are very, very loose. I like to imagine the Nevs are actually this loose. That'd be funny.
Oh my goodness, that'd be horrifying.
Oh no.
Guys, I have an idea.
All right.
Do-do-do-do-do.
So, you guys can go find somewhere where if you wish to discuss battle strategies, anything amongst yourselves. I believe you've already been having some conversations in your own group chat. So, if you want to discuss those in game, now would be the time.
Where, by the way, where is Sarazar and where's Loranda?
What time is it?
They are with you. It is probably getting to late afternoon by now.
Okay.
Sorry, no, you travelled all day. Probably now you're in evening. You're in the evening.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brian wants to do something, but it might not be appropriate to do right now.
Do you want to do something or does Brian want to do it?
Well, if you want to wait another day before you go to the combat, that's also an option. You just have to say. Because I'm not going to force you to go anywhere before you want to go. You can do whatever you want, guys. Whilst I sort this out.
Are we like gathering for a discussion now, or are people just like a bit lost?
I think we're all just standing together.
Yeah.
Well, because you mentioned that you wanted to talk with your friends, Lorella has withdrawn, is now talking amongst some of the representatives of the different factions. So you have Gelder from the Temple of Abundance, Gareth, the same Obsidian Tiefling, the woman who has sort of more of a sort of a honey-coloured hair, but reminds you a little bit of Zan in her sort of demeanour and her armour. And I have in my notes, who else is there? If anyone you'd recognise. Amongst some others.
Anna, this is incredible.
Nondescript individuals. So she seems to be trying to organise things, respecting your need for conversation.
I think Brian's gonna ask Sarazar. Sarazar, if I wanted to request a private audience with the Empress, how would I go about doing that? I don't think she likes me very much.
Sarazar says, I think I may be noticed. Whilst we had our conversation, I tried to make a case in your favour. And she was willing to listen. But I think she wants to hear it from you, if it's going to come from anyone, as to why you should not be treated in
Aside
a fashion
from myself, I have
as your
some
family
questions. I have some questions for her.
Of course.
And I would like a moment just to do something. If you would all excuse me for just a little bit. I'm sorry, I know I said I wanted to speak, but I think I have to do this now.
Do something?
Yep.
He's a little bit concerned. He says, All-Star, before you do anything hasty, remember, she doesn't know you, nor your affiliations,
Sarazar,
and
I'm
not the
doing a
fact that
drawing.
you haven't
I'm doing a
been...
drawing, Sarazar. I won't do anything horrible.
Okay.
And he just...
Please don't hurt her.
Drawing.
Please don't hurt her. Brian's just like, it's not what you think. Turns around and goes to find a quiet place.
Okay. He looks at you concerned. Very concerned.
Brian's not
But allows you
violent.
to go either way. Yes, so you can go. Okay, you go off.
Find a nice place to sit, get out his diary, and start a sketch.
Okay. You're sketching. I don't know if the others know what you wanted to sketch, so
He's
wanna
going to
describe it?
try and sketch Karul to show the Empress
Okay.
and confirm that Kane is Karul.
okay. You want to confirm your suspicion.
Yeah.
So
These
I
looking
would like
blurry.
you to make. You said you're good at this,
Yeah.
so I'd like you to make a dexterity check plus your proficiency
Which is
modifier.
+4, yeah. 17 plus 4 is
Oh yeah.
21.
You make a sketch of Karul, which, as you kind of look at it, you're surprised yourself at how accurate it is. And the simple fact of that is somewhat worrying to you. Not in any... not in like any sort of, this paper is turned into a magical drawing, whatever, but in the sort of like, being able to recreate his face so well. It's almost as if he's there with you.
Ryan.
I'm sorry.
So, you've
Brianna.
recreated this... Brianna, you've recreated this... this drawing.
Okay.
The face of Coral.
And would the Empress still be in the hall, or can I get a private audience with her? I mean, I said it to Sarah's but...
Yeah, you can certainly ask. I mean, I think that now knowing that Sarazar has tried to make a sort of case for you when you had that private audience with him before, you can perhaps infer that she might be a bit more open to talking to you.
Great.
Oh,
Doesn't
who
make
was
me
I
any less anxious.
There were
Come on,
roles
Brian.
I told people to remind me to do, and I forgot to
Insight
ask
on
you.
the Empress.
Oh, right, yeah, Astro roll insight. And then there was something that I wanted All-Star to do. I wrote it in the threads. But I'll later.
I can do it now if it suits. I don't know.
Nah. Let's keep
Yeah.
going.
This bit of hair
Astro, what
is
was your insight real quick?
gonna be the death of me.
That was a 26.
26. Okay, so the reason she singled you out when she was talking about why she knew you could have sort of had a bit more of a tough time helping Neff than the others is because she could tell you were a drow. She could tell. So, All Star. There was more you could have gleaned, and yet.
Wait,
20.
it was a 19.
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, All Star. So you're gonna go and attempt to.
Ask the Queen for a private, Empress for a private audience.
Yeah. She's talking amongst the leaders.
Can I do an insight to see if it's a good time or if I should wait until a bit later? I feel like that's
Sure.
like a propriety kind of.
Yeah.
Natural one.
You're muted.
It's a really no, I'm not.
Okay, you were for a second.
Oh, okay, it's a really good time to go and do it.
Gotta be in character.
I know. I want to cry. This makes me really anxious, actually. So, Brian kind of walks over and just waits at the side because I don't think he would say anything. He would like wait just until she looks at him.
So, what's your passive perception? It's just
18.
thousands. Okay, yeah. So as you before she notices you kind of sidle up and you're just kind of standing there. You know when you like see someone like at a party or something and they haven't quite noticed. Yeah, it's a bit like you're just kind of waiting for them to finish their combo. And you sort of catch every now and again sort of glimpses of their conversation, in which she sort of appears to be regaling just some very just boring sort of battle plans, nothing particularly of interest, and it kind of goes on, and then finally she notices you out of the corner of her eye. She kind of catches sight of you, and you guys have a moment of eye contact, and she looks, and then she turns to the rest and says, "Could you please excuse me for one moment?" And they nod and turn away, and she turns towards you expectantly, as if she maybe had an idea that you might come and talk to her.
Okay. Brian does give a bow because he knows how this works, and then he comes forward and he just says, Your Majesty, I know I am not owed this kindness, but if you would, I would wish only to be thought of as Neff's friend, with no title or family to assuage your opinion. I am not my parents, but I am merely someone who would gladly sacrifice themselves if it meant keeping your daughter safe. That is who I am right now. But in the future, I hope to amend the decisions of my parents. And if I could help your country, I would gladly do so. But I am very sorry for what happened.
Make a persuasion check.
Might have to use luck. I want this one. It's okay, but I'm going to use luck because I want it to be good. Oh, it's +5, so 16.
16. Prince... No. All-Star. This is what I shall say to you. And I cannot change your feelings towards me, nor will I attempt to. I grew up in such a society, in such a way, that I learned to infer people's true intentions. Even if they may say something, they may be thinking another. That is not a thought process that is foreign to me. I respect the efforts that you have put in to protect my daughter. I only ask that you respect the losses that your family has caused mine. And as the only emissary they have ever sent here, that you take responsibility for that.
I will.
I do not know yet why they sent you, but here you are.
Can I ask you, Emma, does she think that Brian's parents sent him?
You haven't given her any reason to believe you're not aligned with your family other than this one conversation.
But is that
So
what
she's not 100% sure.
Is that what she's saying, or do I have to roll to?
Yes, she's saying that she thinks your parents sent you.
Brian might just say then, I haven't lived with my parents for 5 years now. I've barely spoken to them. I left them when I would still be considered a child, which is probably why I was not surprised to hear those things when you told me what they did. My relationship with them is not something I can speak proudly of. They didn't send me. I came with Neff and my friends.
I see. Then I am sorry. For I have mistreated you, based on my first impressions.
I understand why you would, so...
Still, though, you are an emissary of the Messiah, whether you chose to be or not. You may face criticism from others. Kalkan.
I am willing to accept that.
I still have a lot of hatred in my heart for your family, for the loss of my husband, Trevor, and my mother, Ellen, my niece and my nephew, Sila and Arten, sister, Lila, and so many more.
Your Majesty, if it would help, I would like to contact them and tell them the names of the people that you lost so they know the consequences of their actions as well. And find out why. I do not understand myself.
She seems a bit taken aback when you say that. She says, "You would do this for someone who has declared yourself an enemy of your family."
I consider Neff one of my truest friends. You are her mother, and I believe you love your family, and protecting the people you love is something I think is very admirable. To care so much.
accept your offer. But once the ritual combat is done I'm a little bit worried about what's stirring such hatred or such contentious issues may have, the impact it may have, while we still have other issues to deal with, if you understand me.
I understand. I want to help with... I actually came also with a question for you concerning the hatred and the Junes' leader, who you believe to be the man called Cain. And he gets out the drawing and he says, would this be the man you've spoken of?
She takes it and she studies it. She says, no.
No.
This is a different person. I see a resemblance, certainly, with the colouring, but... Is this the man you thought you knew?
This is the man who worked in the Maasai for 10 years before betraying my family, and he was banished. I thought there was a connection, but obviously I was mistaken.
That is not necessarily true. Your story resembles mine quite a bit, does it not?
I did think that.
Perhaps they were sent by the same person or for the same purpose.
Okay. Sorry, just 1 second.
It's Carol Jr.
Carunia! How do you know? Carunia.
Did
King of
Cain
Cruels.
have a surname that you knew of?
Cain. Hang on.
Ah, Cain, you've done it again.
Plot twist.
Oh my goodness.
I thought it was Carol. That was wrong.
Everyone thought it was Carol.
I knew you all did. I knew you all did.
Oh, it'd be too convenient, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Damn.
It'd be too. Anyway.
It was pretty good.
Sent by the same person.
Look, did anyone, like, we don't know
Barbara.
if everyone there had, like, true heart or not. Like, you know, what if it was just a bit of makeup? I don't know, like, even that, you know.
Why would he make himself look so similar, just slightly different? Just give himself a bigger
he's like
nose.
Tesco's own brand.
For that element.
Why would I
of
make
He's just so
myself
on himself. He's like, I can't change
so
too
similar
much.
but slightly
I'm
different?
fabulous, man. I don't know
I'm
what to change.
fabulous. I don't need to change much.
You would know that his last name, he referred to himself as Sala. Cain Sala.
Cain Sala.
But she does say that Cain wasn't his real name. The likelihood that Sala was also a real name is low.
Okay. Even if it is not the same person, I wanted to ask you just a couple of questions to see if their motivations were aligned in any way.
Okay.
Was Cain interested in your eldest son at all?
No. My eldest son didn't live with us, actually. He had already been sent away to Drake Clary 2 years before, when he turned 14.
Okay. What were Cain's main concerns in advising you? May I ask?
He was never really an advisor. He did eventually become a close friend, but he mainly focused on the trade and sale of magical items, the things that he thought might be able to provide defenses to our castle. And that was his main body of research here. He was looking and searching for things which may be powerful enough to protect us, or so we thought. Magical items and such.
Did he bring you anything particular or advocate any item?
He did teach us some things about these rifts were to be found around Calacan. They were causing some issues with the residents, particularly as creatures and beings would find their way through them occasionally. Thanks to his research, we were able to stabilize some of these rifts. It was once we realized his betrayal, we began to develop our own ways and in which we could protect ourselves so that we would not be at his mercy.
You stabilized the rift. Is that still his magic at work, or did you redo the stabilizer?
This is a hybrid of the two.
Okay. Thank you. I'll share this information with my friends.
Oh.
There you go.
I was only going to say that the other who helped us with this magic came perhaps 18 years ago. Two men who came to our palace during one of our sort of winters away, and they said they were interested in helping us fix what this man had broken.
Who were these men?
Gosh, I'm such a shithead. Let me drink some water.
Good stuff.
A human male and a tiefling such as myself.
Did they tell you their names?
One has Elijah
Shun?
and a man named Odyssey. Yes, how did you know?
Sorry. Don't laugh at me.
No, I'm laughing at
Sorry, let me just compose myself.
I'm pranking myself, to be honest with you.
Cranked.
Right.
They are... I don't think I can tell you everything for your own safety and Neff's safety, but they may be involved with our wider quest. That is very helpful information, and I'm sure I know some people who would be very interested to hear that.
I'm starting to think that a lot of these people that I mentioned to you have been involved in a way. But that is for perhaps a time when we are not under threat of constant demise.
Your Majesty, speaking of threats, I wanted to let you know that one of the people who attacked us on this way, who have been trying to kidnap Neff, they were in possession of some letters that mentioned the Winter Palace, and when we last saw them, they said, "We have a palace to get to." I am concerned if they're not already here, that whilst we leave for ritual combat, that they will arrive potentially, in which case I would recommend not taking all the fighters and potentially not all of us to the ritual combat, just in case, but it is entirely up to you.
This is troubling. If they know about the palace, then I will say one other thing, is that the one who betrayed us, Len, must have told them. But that also means that she would have broken her oath. And that has some dire consequences. This is a lot to process. I believe I must talk with the leaders of people here.
Thank you for granting me this audience and sharing this information with me.
Likewise, thank you.
Okay, Brian bows and then he leaves and goes back to the group. And I got some news for you guys.
Brian, where did you go?
I'm a shithead.
I think Brian's just looking at Astra like... And then he looks at Neff.
Brian!
I spoke with your mother about a few things. First of all, and then Brian just like raises his hand and uses create fire and burns the drawing he did of Karul. Says,
Sweet.
so Kane is not Karul. They merely have this same description. They might be from the same organization. But more importantly, and it looks at Loran and Astra, the rift. Kane originally provided the stabilizer for it, but then 2 other men assisted in creating a new magic to hold it. And their names were Elijah Ashun and Odyssey?
I didn't go in with you. I don't know.
Odyssey.
And Odyssey, yeah.
Well, I do not know this other man, but this Elijah Ashun is certainly our mutual friend, yes? Or our former mutual friend, rest in peace.
Ender's father.
Ender's dad. Ender. That's surprising.
Indeed.
You look troubled, Brian.
I think Brian's just looking at Astra.
Odyssey. Astra's.
Oh, just to put out there, Astra has never shared her
Yeah.
dad's name.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Brian just said
Okay,
that's why he
right.
said Odyssey. He wasn't sure. There we go. Retcon.
That's surprising. I don't recognize either of those 2 names that you just mentioned, Brian.
You don't know. You know Elijah Ashun.
Oh, do I actually?
Elijah is Ender's dad. Was Ender's dad, but he
Wait,
died.
but do we know his
like,
name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we actually?
Journal of Elijah Ashun.
You went to his
Oh!
study. You went to his study,
in the
and in
journal.
the journal,
Yeah, it's happening.
in
is
the
it happening
journal,
in the
it
game? Like, Brian's just
delineated
like,
the
Yeah, we can say
in the
that.
journal, it delineated the places. Oh no! What have we done?
Is this,
We've got
is your
Aelin
Astro
disappearing.
transformation happening right now?
No, I think
Where are you going?
he might be looking at the notes of what Elijah and Odyssey's journey from the journal, because that was written in the journal, the places that they went to.
Hmm. You like me, Ellen, and can't keep a poker face and just.
I
You're
can't
like,
keep a poker face, to be honest.
I
That's
just
why I
laugh.
said, "Oh, I'm such a shithead"
Like,
right before I.
70% of
said
the
their
stuff that
names.
Anna does on camera like makes me laugh too much. I
Yeah.
swear.
Sometimes I need a moment to like literally breathe. Like,
I was just like chilling here, and then it's like, okay. I love your blueberry face.
Astra-
color. Welcome back.
After they, like, kind of walk off.
Oh,
and-
bye.
Oh.
Wait, what happened? Say again.
Astro
Astra kind of just like walks off just a little bit, and just kind of like, I don't, not to say hyperventilating.
Oh.
insight check on Astra to see if she's okay, or is it that obvious?
I mean,
You
it's probably
up to Astra.
obvious.
It's really obvious.
Insight checks in that one. She's
Fine.
fine.
She's celebrating. It's okay.
Mm.
It is a happy but complicated emotion
Okay.
of like, there's information. This is probably not the time to be asking about it.
Brian's looking
But
at
it's kind of
Astra, like,
she might actually be crying.
Astra, are you feeling okay?
It's fine. It's fine.
I can cast healing word. I have at least 1 potion, maybe.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Fine.
okay.
Alright, I'll take your word for it.
I mean, Astra, here's the thing. Elijah died like a year and a half ago, okay? We always knew. And I get it, you really like Ender. Now, he may have lost an arm. He may
Yeesh.
have been through a lot.
Yeesh.
Who is this?
Loran.
Loran?
Yeah.
Red.
Go, Loran.
He may have been through a lot, and you know, and for a boy so young, I mean, I get it. But you don't have to cry on his behalf. He knew his dad was dead.
No, that's not.
Loran!
Odyssey is my dad's name.
Tell him, Bluey.
Astra!
Brian just pats Laran like.
Whoa.
And then the party yeets out.
Accurate.
Oh my gosh.
Stunned silence.
And Saloon told me that he's not within my reach, and I just find some sort of information about him is it's good. It's overwhelming.
What did she mean by not within? I kind of look. Lauren kind of looks around at the party.
I don't know.
This is all very confusing.
Oh.
So, who's Odyssey? Do we know?
Astra's dad. Then.
And Elijah. Together.
Elijah was.
Doesn't Neff know?
Yes.
Are you sure?
We just said it.
No, but that was for Ender's dad.
We just.
No.
Astra just said. Odyssey.
Astra just said, right,
Oh.
Neff.
Come on.
Odyssey is Astra's
It's time to retire
dad.
the horn.
Elijah's Ender's dad.
Casual.
Elijah is
Oh
dead.
yes, Astra's
Definitively.
father.
Yes.
Wow, that's surprising. What important information we've.
I feel like we're gonna do a lot of bees like this entire game.
Oh wow.
Wow. That is. You look like one of
Whoa.
the Blue Men troop.
Yeah, no, thank you. Back to
I forget what Neff is meant to know.
Whatever we
It's okay.
say in the party,
Yeah, no.
Neff knows.
No, I know.
Unless you did you were distracted by something else. Sorry guys, what did you say?
Well, you know what? That isn't unlikely, is it? I don't know.
That's not
It's
unlikely.
not really, which is kind of sad, but
A great Neff adventure, you know.
Neff's following a butterfly somewhere.
I would have never
over
seen
there.
it coming.
Please don't.
Neff-
I'm in hitting range. Do be careful.
Okay.
So, you're still standing there in the wake of this new information.
Astra.
Yes.
Even though he's out of reach, does that mean you should not pass? I mean, you should pass up. You should. Yeah. I mean, if you can find anything more about him out, even though he's out of reach, I think that's.
I mean,
Okay.
with the ritual combat, I think there are things that are a little bit more in the moment.
Aren't we leaving tomorrow?
Who's gonna go?
Well,
Yes,
that
about
was
the
what
ritual
they
combat.
said.
I did just talk to
But
the.
that seemed to be flexible.
Yeah, I talked to the Empress and I told her about what Giral said when he left the ship, that we'll see you at the palace. And I suggested that it would be wise for not all of us to go, just in case something happens during the ritual combat. But who would like to fight in the ritual combat? Bluey.
I think yes, Bluey, certainly you have to go. But the sword that you bear, the message that you do, as well.
I
big
will do
stone.
what my mother tells me.
What a good guy. That Brian does it.
Oh.
If she desires that I come with her, then I will go. But if she prefer that I stay here at the palace, then that is what I should do. But I want to wait to hear what she has to say.
That's not really my strong. I don't think I would be good in something that is called ritual combat.
perhaps we need a bit more information about what the battle itself actually is. I mean, it could be that being able to heal yourself in a fight may actually be an advantage.
I can heal myself slightly.
Okay.
Wait, actually, would me as a character know this? That I can... What is it?
You know that when you get down, you can pick yourself back up.
Second
Just use
wind.
your mental
Okay,
fortitude.
right.
Use your mental fortitude to sort of like revitalize yourself somewhat.
Hmm.
We're a bad combination.
Yeah, maybe...
The best.
Maybe we should... Like, can they literally choose... But we have to offer up 2 people.
Well, no.
No?
Sarazur sort of steps forward at this point and he says, I was actually alive during but I was able to witness a previous ritual combat. This was a long, long time ago, and I was not involved in it. I just sort of hid on the sidelines. We won. The side I was supporting, at least. The battle is not necessarily melee. Magic is allowed. You may take in whatever you can bring with you in your hands into the ring. It is
Bring the portal.
an it is an all-out, no-holds-barred battle to the death. I will say though, we cannot necessarily put forward 2 unless we only take 2 with us. The other side chooses 2 people from the group that we send. Then we choose 2 people from their side. Neither side can control who gets picked. So, I imagine that the best way of approaching this would be to go concealing the members that we decide to bring. Cloaks. We don't give any indication of our powers before we make our case and we actually approach the combat arena. That should give us an upper hand. They will likely have powerful people to meet us in kind. Knights, mages, paladins I cannot... Yes. I do not know the enemy well enough. So, to counter that, usually it is considered best to bring a range of people, not just one type of fighter. I will certainly go. I cannot let Lorella go on Her Majesty go on her own.
The Freudian slip.
Do the eyebrow waggle.
We can certainly allow ourselves to be tested, and if we don't pass, is
Well
that fair?
then, sounds fair to me. But it also means we need to do some testing.
Couldn't that mean, though, that, like, if the other side find out that we've got, like, Lorella and maybe Neff and heaps of other people, like, couldn't they just pick them? Like, what's stopping them?
Nothing.
So shouldn't it just be 2 people?
The only issue there is that as leaders of each side, the leaders certainly go.
Right.
But the leaders don't necessarily want to die. The leaders could certainly be the strongest amongst the other side, but they could have weaklings, underlings, people who aren't necessarily as powerful as they are. They would be the ones we would want to pick, not the strongest. It is in our interests if they send more people. And as I think it goes without saying that the side who is picked from first has an advantage. Because we know the powers that we possess. For example, if they picked you, Bluey, and say Astra, we know we have a fighter and a healer in the ring. We need to therefore pick from their side what we could judge to be those who cannot heal, those who cannot fight. Does that make sense?
I understand.
It is a age-old tradition, and I understand that it is a bit archaic. But it has become this way because it has passed through generations and generations of tests.
I mean, I can't, like, complain about people being archaic, doing weird things, because I have my own townspeople just, like, there, being shitheads.
I feel that word seems to have come up a fair bit in recent game. He says, well, perhaps it's time to test your skills. Should you wish to go?
Before we go ahead and do that, while we're all gathered here, I think I might have some important information I need to tell everybody. But I think it might be best for us to discuss this in the sanctum, rather than out in the open.
I was just thinking sanctum.
To the sanctum, then we go. And you may go down to the sanctum.
To the sanctum.
You arrive at the sanctum.
We arrive at the sanctum.
And no bugbears attack you on the way there.
We arrive at the
Or a
sanctum.
rock.
At the sanctum.
You
we
arrive at the sanctum.
In the sanctum
Past
we
it.
reside. Sanctum, sanctum.
Some of you, it's the first time you're seeing this.
Well,
Interesting.
Casual riff to the foreworld.
Yep.
I have a feeling that even if I go, I might not be picked because I, well, wouldn't be of much use to the other side, I guess. Dead. So I don't think they'd want to fight me. But I think it's important to note that, well, after having a discussion with my mother recently, most of my memories have started to come back. Although a bit fuzzy, I do remember a lot more about my past than I used to remember. But more importantly, I think we have a way of getting the tome now.
Wow.
I don't know if it's...
That'll make our
Yes,
lives a
how?
whole lot easier.
well,
How?
is it... I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily a good idea to relay any of this information, because, well, if more than one person knows any of this, then I don't know if that's necessarily a risk or not. But, if you so desire, then I shall,
Lead us there?
I can do that.
But
But if you desire the information yourselves, then
Perhaps at least one other. So,
Can do this.
Loran says. At least, I mean, because we could all keep secrets, and so long as we are in the sanctum.
Astra doesn't want to be picked.
Astra, no!
So long as we're in this sanctum, then no one will hear what we are saying.
That is true. Well, I'll put it bluntly. There's a code, and using this code you can locate the tome, which is then located at the Temple of Abundance
Just told everyone.
in the archive.
Sweet.
But I am the only one who knows the code at the moment. Nobody else has a copy.
Okay.
At least, I think so.
It's a code in your head.
It is.
That's good. That's a start.
Lorella showed me the code on a piece of paper, which I do remember, and I asked her to get rid of it immediately. And I told her it was of no importance, so she doesn't know what that scribbling was, but
But she knows what the code is.
I don't know if she remembers. But she doesn't know that it's a code.
Okay.
But the
She
fact
doesn't know
that
what
she
it is.
has
She was
had
able
that
to
piece
write
of
it out,
paper.
though.
Sorry, say again.
She was able to write it out for you.
Yes.
Um,
So she does
but
know
she
it.
doesn't know what it means.
But I don't know if I definitely know that she doesn't know what it is.
But that makes Lorella a potential target if they find out what that code means.
Yeah, only if they discover that that code is what they need to get the tome. As it stands, Lorella has had that code for who knows how long, and she hasn't been targeted at the moment. We don't know if anybody knows anything about that. But I suggest keeping it on the down low for now. Maybe we should use a code word or something.
Make an intelligence check, Neff. If you don't mind. Or wisdom, I don't mind.
But
Well, that's fine.
you can use-
14.
You can use this now.
14. So Lorella heard this code, you can infer, recently, seeing as you were only attacked about, oh my gosh, how long ago would it be in game time? Before you came to a prayer. So, yeah. Would have been around that time.
Okay. I don't know if she's... Maybe I should ask Mom if she's been threatened. We've received threats in the mail. But I don't know if my mom has. If Mother has. And to be fair,
Did
until
you say
just now, I
threats in
didn't
the
even know the
mail?
code myself.
Talking about Ender's Arm, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
In your memory, did you see a lavender-skinned tiefling with stars like mine? She's gonna kind of indicate her face.
In my memory,
Never.
I don't think I would have.
Never.
Or at least, it's not something that I can remember at the moment.
Okay,
I'm sorry, Astra.
it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Neff, you do remember, as your memories sort of have been coming back, even though it's been a sort of a rush in your mind. The way that the tome that you assume it is was brought to the Temple of Abundance was that it was just discovered in the hills.
Those freaking architects, man, they're destroying the world.
No one actually
Sorry, archaeologists, not
specifically
architects.
I was
brought
like-
it.
That's the wrong A. Okay, never mind, sorry.
Wait, is that your foot? I keep poking that to go to the
That's
chair.
my foot!
Sorry.
Brian, you're stepping on me.
We're well behaved.
Clearly not. Sarah.
So that knowing that. What? No. This is Emma talking.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah.
Okay, yes, Sarasa. Sarasa says yes.
What do you think is the right thing to do?
With regards to the ritual combat.
Well, with regards to everything that we know now, with regards to the ritual combat, with regards to the tome,
Well, now we all know this secret, so that's one thing. My worry is this mention of the palace. The fact remains that there are two possible ways, I believe, that they could have known about the palace, knowing what we know. Lorella doesn't know about the journal. We know that the palace was mentioned in the journal. If that is the case, and we can hope it is, then they will not be able to locate this place because it was not spoken to them. If Len, the one who betrayed us, was the one who told them, then yes, they will be able to locate it. And then the new question is, why haven't they come yet? So those are the two potential ways.
I can understand that. Is it possible they could be spying on us at this moment?
Waiting for
Oh,
us to
Astra,
arrive.
you're a robot,
Really
you're a
just
robot.
No.
You're a robot.
Astra.
Oh no.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Astra. Astra, no.
Also, tell me what happens. I need to go to the bathroom.
All right,
Okay.
you're back.
Say it again.
Hello.
Is it possible that they've been waiting for us to arrive and being that with the drow, perhaps they're waiting for nightfall?
It is already nightfall now. And they have not yet appeared. They want us to get the tome. So in my mind, I don't want to jump to the conclusion that potentially they would attack us before we're able to do that for them. They still don't know this code, what it means, how to use it. That is our only upper hand. So long as we live, they can find the tome. Should we die, potentially it is lost to them. But it's still a real issue. Do not know when they will come, their motivations. Well. Ah!
It was loud.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Aylin, can you still hear us?
He did it.
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay.
Just
Sorry, no, when he says their motivation, he would have said, well, other than what they said to us.
Just a bit of Sarah's there.
But whether that is the case, I know that a lot of the people here aren't necessarily
reaction,
convinced
that's
by
mean.
this.
No, I love Sarah. I missed that.
So, that is my input. We still can decide to pursue the tome first and ritual combat second, if that is what you wish to do.
Is it a good idea
done
to even
nothing
pursue
yet.
the tome at all? Do we know what they'll use it for, or what it's even capable of doing?
I'd like to find that out for certain, but
I'm just worried is all.
If we don't give them the tome, then Ender's as good as dead as well.
Weren't you originally searching the tome not for them, but for yourselves, for the sake of this other organization?
That is true.
we were.
Why don't
Well-
you reach out to them and ask for help?
Do we trust them?
Surely they could support you. If they've sent you on this quest, it would be rude of them not to.
What does the rune look like that's on our arms to contact Sobek?
The contact one, I forgot. It's been so long and none of you ever used it. So let's
Yes.
pick up.
The sass.
Um,
Do you have any tea?
I do.
let's
I've
say
got the
it's
lipstick here.
Feel free.
Tiny bit.
We have to do a tea break halfway through.
I know that
let's
Astra
say it's like
sorry
I don't-
Sky kind of thing, but or was that something different?
no. So there are things which are different, such as the marks that you got from the
Pull your horn off.
from the trials, and then the marks that you got from Sobek.
We got
Um,
tattoos.
Sobek's mark. So, for example, Astra, the ash on your hand and your little dots, starry dots, and then the red arms for Bluey, and then All Stars got his icy thing, and then you had Neff that symbol of abundance on your hand, but now it's gone. It would look. Let's go with like an arrow with like 2 arrowheads like that.
Ah, one.
That's kind of cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I've genuinely forgot. So if it's any different, let's go with that.
Ooh. Cute.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we like?
Well, we can't contact them in the sanctum, so we'll have to step outside.
Yes, good point. Yes.
Wait, are we going to be talking about the tome outside of the sanctum? This sounds dangerous.
Oh.
Sounds like a bad idea.
How do we do this
You
without...
found a problem.
We could speak in code words.
But they don't know the
Adapt,
code.
improvise, overcome.
Hmm.
Okay. Maybe we don't refer to it as the tome. Just say that we've made resurgence.
That's a good idea, potentially.
Okay.
We've
Brian doesn't look like he trusts Sobek
we've
very
lost our
much.
lunch.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Say again, Brian.
I think Brian looks a little bit distrustful, but he's agreeing with the rest of the party.
I'm going to insight check you. Brian. Big brain Brian.
How dare you.
Whoa.
Well, that's not very good.
But you roll in here, Thomas, because it's clocked every time.
What? Okay, fine.
There you go.
That's a little bit better. 17.
So
Brian, you look
again,
troubled.
Brian, you don't have to give away any information. It just means that he can read your emotional expressions. There
Okay.
you go.
I think you can just tell that Brian's a bit reticent about when Sobek, like contacting Sobek's mentioned.
Maybe we should ponder it a bit further before we decide to make any hasty actions regarding the time at
Can't
least.
judge our fellas.
For now, I think it might be wise to first deal with whatever outcome comes with the
I
ritual
see you, Anna.
combat. You goofballs. I think we should just deal with one problem at a time. The ritual combat is impending, and well, there isn't, as much as I hate to say it, and I know Endra's life is on the line, there isn't an impending rush to get the tome today. I mean, they're not going to make any rash decisions because they wanted to.
This is true.
And as far as Ender's concerned, I see only two possibilities. Either he's alive and well, and they're waiting to make a move, because they're not going to make any moves while we're, you know, essentially searching for the tome ourselves, or he might already be dead. Those are the only two scenarios I can see being possible at this moment in time, as much as I hate to say it.
I agree. And to be honest, sorry, to be honest, I think we've been lacking a bit of the logical approach. The last few days we've been a bit everywhere, all over the place, led around by our emotions. We need to focus, and I think this gives us a chance to refocus on what's really important.
I think I agree with that.
So then, to ritual combat.
I'll go speak to Lorella. To Mother.
Okay, off you go. You can certainly go and do this. Find her, and she is once again talking amongst. This time, when you go up to her, what's your passive again?
Say again.
What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 13.
13. I hate this.
What passive insight? My passive insight is pretty good. Here's my passive insight.
Sure. What's
Yes!
passive?
17 passive insight.
Oh, okay, 17. She appears to be talking about. This is the technical difficulties game. She appears to be talking with Jera, with Gelder, with Gareth, with this other woman about whom would be the most suited to matching each of you, ascertaining as to who would want to go along on the ritual combat as well.
Alright. I'm gonna say Neff is just gonna knock. Mother?
So
Mumford.
it's not in a closed. There's not a door. You're unless you're waiting at the doorway.
Yeah, like waiting
Of, like,
at the
the whole
door,
throne
knocking on the
room.
door frame.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So you're sort of at the doorway of the archway of that throne room, looking in. You see the many people sort of discussing amongst themselves again now. She looks over as you knock, and
Do you mind if I come in?
smiles. This is the common area. You're allowed to go anywhere.
Right. I'll walk up to her and greet everybody. Hello. Good evening. Nice to meet you. I'm Nefel Karadamenyazar.
And they nod at you, and most of them say yes, no. We've been waiting some time for you.
That's rude. It's like, hey, nice to meet you. Yeah, we know. We already know who you are. Come on, get it over with.
You do not need any introduction here.
This is true.
They-
Yes, I'm.
This Gerard
Yeah, I need
puts
no
up a,
introduction.
like a hand on your shoulder and gives you a clap on the back, and he says, "We're glad to have you back."
I'm glad to be back. Mother, I wanted to ask. Do you think I should go along to the ritual combat?
She looks to the others in the group. She says,
Before you answer, I personally believe I have good reason not to be picked by the opposition. But that is mere intuition. I cannot know that for sure.
"We do not know our enemy well enough to truly say who will and will not be picked, but Neff, we only just got you back, and if you are truly leaving the decision to me as your mother, I would always tell you not to go."
If that is your desire, then I shall follow it.
I must say as well, for it is my duty to say this of the Empress, for the interests of my family. If you believe yourself to be strong enough to defeat perhaps their most powerful fighters or mages, then you do have a duty to go, but I will not make you, nor will I force you to. Because I do not want you to fight to the death.
I understand. But I wouldn't go unless it was you as my mother and not you as the Empress who would be okay with me leaving. And if it is not so, then I have already decided that I will stay back if you are not comfortable with me being put in that predicament. I understand.
Then you shall stay here.
I shall stay. I shall give her a hug.
And she kind of pulls you tight. And she says to you, "This is not a I will not let this reflect badly on you. They understand the necessity of protecting you. I know they do. We cannot lose you after only just getting you back."
I understand.
Have your friends decided who is interested?
I believe they are discussing it now, but I think they've decided who will go and who will stay.
I still want to hear some people's verdict.
Verdict.
Well,
Guilty. That's my
those
verdict.
who wish to, we've been talking amongst ourselves, can test with us. As I have some power myself, I will put myself forward to help Gareth and Gelda, Jeddah also are interested in seeing who is powerful. Gareth has already tested Bluey. But Gelda, as a leader of the Temple of Abundance, could be of some help to you, Neff, but you're not going to come anyone with sort of healing magic or divine magics. I can only help those who have learnt magic or gained it from their surroundings. Wizards, druids, and perhaps others who are trained in arcana, but otherwise I will not be able to help. Jeddah, well, he has already agreed to help Sarazur, and if Bluey wishes to have time, then Bluey as well could also learn some things from him.
I understand. I think that's all very well and good. And I do wish you good luck if you choose to go.
I will go.
This is very honorable of you.
I am a leader. I cannot send people to die in my stead if I do not
understand.
go with them.
Well, that is most admirable. And I hope one day I can make the same decision as you. But for now, I will stay at the palace in that case.
Okay. Can you please call your friends over? We have much to discuss with regards to that.
Yes, I'll go fetch them.
Thank you.
Wait, can we out of game? Who said that they'd
Yeah.
like to be tested? 'Cause
I submit myself for testing, but I don't think I'm gonna pass.
Okay, Astra, Bluey, obviously.
We're
Sarah's
the same level as everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am also the squishiest of the party.
Speaking of squish, what's Loran doing?
Loran's gonna join. Loran's gonna go. If you're going, Loran's going.
Brian, stay safe, Brian. Brian, you look red in the face. Are you okay?
This is not Brian. This is me being angry.
But Astra also doesn't know that Neff is staying behind. If Neff is staying behind, she might just opt to stay behind to protect her.
Yeah, out of game, Neff is just gonna do whatever her mum.
Out of game. When I suggested you having a manner of people who may have different abilities, that could be very important. It's not meta. That's something you guys could have guessed.
Yeah.
Just so
You're
you
leaving
know.
both the clerics behind then.
Yeah, I pretty much already predetermined that Neff's decision in character at this point, given the context, would be 100% determined by how comfortable her mum would
That's
be
fair.
with her going.
Yeah, be true to your characters. They won't force you to do anything.
Although I would really like to go. Damn it! God damn it!
I don't know.
That's why I kept
Well,
saying like.
I know.
That's why I was trying. I know you really wanted to go.
I gotta be lawful.
But she's
You're
your
the
mum.
newly discovered heir to this, like,
Yeah, you're one of 3 very
kingdom.
important people to this kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
So
Princess life.
Okay, I'll go back. I'm gonna go fetch the troublesome troop, the
So Bluey is gonna
grandiloquent
go.
gangsters.
That we know
We're
at
gonna
least.
get them. We're gonna get the band back together.
Is Loran sure
Great.
he wants to go?
Loran wants to go.
This is a twist
Loran won't
of a
leave
plot.
you.
Sorry?
Loran won't leave you on your own for this.
Wait, is he going because he thinks Brian's going, or is he going because he wants to?
A little bit of both.
Alright, I'm gonna say that I come back, and I'm
Dara's
assuming
just
everybody's still there.
I have this written in my character notes. I can't define. I made...
Yeah, you already found it, dude.
Great.
I think the Empress would like to have a word with you all regarding the ritual combat.
Okay.
Also, at this point,
Dude.
I wish to inform you that I will be staying behind at the palace. As much as I would love to go, I think it is best for me to stay here.
Just give me a moment.
I would have said the same. Sarasa says to you.
Sarah, I wish you good luck. And Bluey too. And if any of you others
Thank you.
choose to go as well, then I also wish you the best of luck. But I think it is important that you go talk to the Empress. Just down the hall to your right, 3rd door on the left.
Cool, thank you.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Not like I've lived here for like so long, but it's fine.
Can I go, meanwhile, while this is happening, can I go, find Danuel?
Sure, she's actually still in that same. So the room you were talking to Lorella in, it's a large room.
You're cutting out a little bit.
The room. Oh, sorry. The room that you. It went right in my mouth. Not gonna lie. The room that you met Lorella in is the same room that you first entered into when you first met her. So and Danuel is still there. She's gone back after the sand incident.
Do I know she's there, or do I have to go find her?
You would have seen her when you went in there, yeah.
Okay, I'll just come back with
She's not
everybody. then.
hiding. Okay. You bring back.
I'll just go
The
with,
rest-
with the whole group.
Okay. You go back with the squad. I can't get comfortable in this seat. And you.
Be okay.
This might be the episode. This might be the crying episode.
Why are you gonna cry?
No, never mind. I made a
Oh,
promise.
no.
I have to stick to it. It's all good.
Oh, Blumenek, I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna tell the Ran that you like it. Okay.
No, that's not it. That's not it.
That video, by the way, Thomas was gave me so much.
It's so good.
So
good.
funny.
Can we just have Thomas play Brian?
No,
And,
I'm not playing
in
Brian.
every emotional
No.
scene, I think Thomas should just take the wheel.
Yeah.
Let Jesus take the wheel.
Yes. The acting Jesus.
No,
Your Brian and your Karul is like
No.
good.
You gotta
Deputy
do Brian.
Jesus.
Let me just adjust my hair. There we go. So as you arrive, those of you positioning yourselves for the ritual combat are met by your respective testers. Astra, Gelda, Astra, after sort of explaining the kind of magic that you wield, Gelda puts herself forward to test you. All-Star and Loran, after the Druid cards, yes. After putting forward the magic that you guys wield, Lorella puts herself forward to test you. And Sarazur, Bluey as well, you are taken aside by Jera to sort of go through the motions of practicing for the task ahead.
We accidentally killed
No.
the Empress.
We'll deal with that as it comes. You can't kill Mama.
Brian can either go hard or
Wait,
he can go soft.
how would you accidentally kill the Empress?
Blight 6 level.
Nerf is not gonna accept that.
Oh, it is worth mentioning that spell damage cannot be non-lethal. Just so you know.
So how do you test this without literally murdering someone?
NPC.
You're on your own.
The real test isn't gonna not murder you if you fail.
I'll murder the real test. It's just-
I'll murder
I
the real
really want to
test. There
kill
you
the
go.
Empress of Calcutta.
I'm gonna
You know-
how
okay.
you guys do this stuff.
Okay.
You know that
Hot water in it.
Oh, thanks. Hold on, I'll just finish that. I forgot I had tea.
you know that when Bluey had her trial with Gareth, that once he had gotten down to a certain amount of harm, he stopped the fight and conceded. So you get the impression that to a certain extent logic should to be employed.
Can we do like a perception or insight to see like how squish our opponents are?
Sure, yeah. That's what. So, this is another thing. That is exactly how you're going to be able to decide and discern which opponents to choose from the other side. You'll only be able to look at them. So, insight, perception, investigation are going to be really important. Anyone who's good at those will be well suited to going to the ritual
Stone
combat.
is third eye have to come.
Mainly because it'll give you an upper hand on choosing your opponents, and there are this many to choose from. So,
Fun.
ha 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 ha.
Plus 5%.
Oh, and this plus these two, so there's a lot of choice. Depending on who they want to bring eventually. That's not meta. That's just come on. They're not going to come to this battle with like 2 people.
Yeah.
So, who wants to go first? I'll let you decide amongst yourselves. Who feels the most mentally prepared as their character to begin this test?
I'll go.
Okay, Astra. Gelda takes you outside into the night. She is also elven, or at least has some sort of Fey ancestry, and is not hindered necessarily by the dark. She takes you out there and to this garden where there is a fountain which has long stopped rushing with water, and has now been overgrown with ivies and with plants. And she takes you there beneath the light of the moon. She says, I have spent a lot of my life practicing the magics which can heal and which can help people. But in order to heal, you must survive till the very end. Yes. This is what you will learn today. You must survive for as long as you can. For should you go, you will be able to heal the person who goes with you. And that could make or break who wins and who loses.
Okay.
So, with this in mind, let us begin. And I'll need you to roll a quick initiative, please.
Okay. Can I also do an insight check on Gelda to see?
Yes.
Okay, insight, that's 19.
What are you trying to learn?
Just capabilities, like any.
Okay. You look at her. She appears to be quite slight. She doesn't necessarily have much strength visibly that you can see. She, in her physicality, does not look unhealthy. She is observing you with a intelligence which you have seen on par with that of some of your friends, some people you know to be quite powerful. That being said, just by the way she conducts herself and the way she carries herself, you know that she's quite capable. Certainly to be within the rank that she is in the temple. In regards to what she's wearing robes, but as she moves with that roll, you can see as her arm lifts up, you see the slight indent of mail armor, some sort of chain mail armor underneath the clothing that she wears. She does carry a single weapon at her waist, a short sword.
Okay.
That's the kind of information you'll get based on your rolls when you actually go to ritual combat. So, with this in mind, what did you roll on your initiative? Yes.
Hold garbage. It's a 19.
Garbage. You got better than she did, definitely. So
It's garbage for a cleric.
No, clerics are like real bad at rolling.
I'm gonna +0 initiative.
I have +1.
No, I mean, like, for the cleric, you always want to go like last.
Oh, like that.
It's a bit. Yeah. It's a bit.
I've got these ones as well.
Considering there's only 2 of you, maybe. Okay, well, this is a good thing. This is a good learning point. As Astra, as you realise you're kind of getting the jump on her, even though you usually hold back, you start to think, oh, I should have held back maybe a little bit more. But actually, as you think about it, you're like, but this isn't like any of the other battles that I've been to. There is going to be one person who focuses on me, and one person who focuses on the other. Not necessarily going to work exactly the same way. What may have given you an advantage in another battle may not give you an advantage in ritual combat.
Okay.
It's going to be Astra, and then it's going to be Gelda. So Astra, what do you do?
I'm gonna cast resistance on myself.
Sweet. You cast resistance on yourself as that sort of washes over you. Anything else?
I guess Astra will draw her dagger, but do nothing with it.
Okay, you could maybe hold your action if you wish to.
Uh,
Oh wait, no, action is a resistance, isn't it? Sorry. So you draw your dagger.
yeah, that's all. That's all she does. Is just.
Okay. You watch as Gelda sort of mutters an incantation under her breath, and then behind her, a image of that sword sort of appears in the air, and it sort of swipes towards you, and it's got to make. Hey, where's your boy? Okay. Ooh, not good. Not good at all. 9 plus, like, not that much. So, hang on. Would a 14 hit you?
Just misses.
Okay. So, you watch as that sword swipes down. It's a sort of spectral blade. And you manage, especially with your resistance, to avert it, and it misses you just about. I haven't put my roll on initiative play this time. That was a bonus action, and in response to that, she's going to she touches her chest and she begins to mutter, and you watch as a light begins to seep from her hands, and it sort of washes over her form as she casts a spell on herself.
Would I recognize the spell?
Let me check. What are your first level spells?
command, cure wounds, identify, inflict wounds, shield of faith.
This is something that you couldn't cast, but you would have seen Neff cast before. Is bless,
Okay, cool.
blessing herself. Okay. Hashtag blessed. So, and with that, she can't do that actually because it's 2 spells in 1 fucking round. She doesn't do anything actually. So forget that.
Okay.
You'll go. What do you do?
Okay. So I'm looking at my concentration stuff. Gotta make sure to hold off on that.
Checking all my spells. I forgot what I have. These aren't great.
I think Astra should try for a melee attack.
Nice. Okay. You move forward into her melee range, and
Yep.
you take a swipe.
Ooh. Well, for the first time using this dagger ever, that is a 26.
Yes.
Wow.
Nice.
Sweet. Okay. So
Go Astra!
you manage to, having noticed the chainmail that she wears before, you manage to just slide the dagger underneath one of the links and catch her. Roll damage.
Okay, well, that's 4 damage, ain't half bad.
That's pretty good.
I rolled a 1 on the damage.
I mean, it's 4 damage.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's just gonna keep concentrating on that resistance. So we're not gonna
I'll show you.
do anything
Just a
else.
magic.
Okay.
That's the recording. See?
Okay.
This is fun.
It's high level.
Okay.
Mm.
So,
Actually-
oh, go on.
Can I actually bonus action a thing since I know that since I didn't cast a spell and it's
Yeah.
not concentration?
Yeah.
I'm gonna sanctuary on Astra.
Okay, what are the effects of Sanctuary?
Okay, so since she did it after attacking, it would be in place.
Okay.
You ward a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. Doesn't protect against area effects. If the creature makes an attack or a harmful spell towards someone, then it ends.
Okay.
And
So, it lasts for a minute.
No concentration.
Nice. That's a really good spell.
More than in that book.
Okay. So, Gelda, in response to this, is going to attempt to still roll, attack you with a spiritual weapon.
Okay. That's a wisdom.
Saving throw.
Mhm.
7 plus, not enough.
Yeah.
No. Does not make it through. As she rushes through, does that mean the spiritual weapon is now dispelled?
No, I think they just lose the attack.
Okay. So, she cuts through, realizing the sanctuary is there now. Instead, that spiritual weapon is not concentration. She will then use her action to...
Brianna, uses her hair to hang herself. It's all over.
Oh, maybe she should.
I can.
Let's not hold back.
You look warm.
She needs to make another wisdom saving throw.
It's
Yes.
a fun one.
It's too
12 plus 7, 19.
Yeah, that makes it through.
So she can attack you, and
Yep.
now you need to make a charisma saving throw.
You look
And for the charisma saving throw, because of resistance, I can add a d4 to it.
Okay?
Look how look.
Okay. How does an 18 do?
18, yeah. As she begins to whisper words of an other planar nature, and you feel the reality behind you being to tear open and yourself being sucked through, you manage to rip yourself out as reality fixes itself behind you, and you are not banished. So,
Oh god!
you don't know what level banish it would have been, but
It doesn't matter.
still
I don't know-
banished!
I don't know where Astro would go.
Yeah.
Fun, fun, fun.
That would not have been fun.
So,
We have to go to the Underdark to get Astra back.
Wait, no. You come.
Oh,
so
no.
many plot threads. Too many plot threads. I would not let that happen, don't worry. Right. So,
Interesting.
your turn.
Okay.
I'll type you something. Why I'm so upset.
Just tell me quietly.
No.
Okay.
I remember you mentioned.
Okay, would confusion break the
I can try.
sanctuary? Just out of curiosity.
This spell does not protect the water creature.
You can certainly try.
Yes. If the warded creature makes an attack or casts a spell that affects an enemy, the spell ends.
Okay. And
It's okay.
I think this is gonna be one of those weird battles because. Ugh. Okay, I think I might actually have to just let go of Sanctuary and do a Word of Radiance. Since I'm
Okay.
with my feet.
Word of Radiance. So what do you want me to do? Is that a
Con
Save.
save.
rolled off the table?
Not bloodshot.
17 plus.
No, it's done. It's done.
Yeah.
And there's it's not even half damage. So.
Okay. It's fine. Anything else?
I think that's all I've got.
Okay. Let's need to keep track of how many spell slots she's used. -1 on second level. Minus.
Actually, okay, while you're doing that, I will bonus action Shield of Faith on.
Okay. She's done spiritual weapon at second level.
So,
She did banishment at. Okay. So she sort of sighs and she says to you, "Do you not have more powerful spells? Hurt me, or the enemy will
Whoa.
hurt you."
Whoa.
And
Sorry.
yeah, she's a bit kinky, this one.
me at life.
She's going to do an inflict wounds on you. At level
Okay.
4.
That's how it's gonna be.
And I have to roll a wisdom. Yes.
Yep,
Nope.
you know how.
That's a touch save. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong spell.
Melee spell attack. You moved into her melee range.
I think
Yes, it did.
Shield of Faith is up.
Shield of Faith is up.
Expose my plan.
Dude,
I'm being quite.
she didn't do it. 4
Wait.
plus
Come on, man.
whatever.
I'll say if she rolls a 17, that's where we're at now.
Yeah, no, 4 plus, so it doesn't work.
I did it 5th level.
So she goes forward to do a inflict wounds on you. She was doing it at a 4th level by 4th level spell slot. So
Okay, much damage. Only.
that's fine. And now she will attempt to hit you with
I'll try not.
the what's it? Oh wait, she was blessed. No, she wasn't.
Needle killer.
No,
Then
she
she
has
will.
spiritual weapon.
She didn't do it. She will do a spiritual
Yeah.
weapon at you.
Sorry.
A 4 again! Oh my gosh. Okay.
Whoa.
But you know what? This is the kind of thing that can happen in the battle.
Yeah.
So, right. So you can see her getting a bit frustrated as both her attacks miss. It's your go again.
Okay, I guess I will try and inflict wounds then, if that's what she's
Nice try.
feeling.
About right. Okay.
Okay.
It's very big.
Astra's still kind of unsure about it. Oh god. Yeah, apparently Astra's very unsure about it because she rolled a 2.
Ah.
Even
Okay.
with +7, that's not going to hit.
All right. You attempt to sort of throw it back at her. Even though you miss, she smiles and she says, "That's more like it." So, anything else you want to do on your turn?
My Shield of Faith, I can't do anything.
Okay. She is going to first spiritual weapon. 17 plus a bit.
have enough d6.
So yes, hits
Oh wow, you do.
Mm-hmm.
and
Kind of awesome.
be 2d8. Ugh, 4 plus
That would be a really good roll. 2 10s.
spellcasting modifier,
9.
which
and 2 6s.
is 3. So you take 7 points of damage.
Okay.
I don't want to hit it with that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
As that comes down, she puts her hand
Combat train.
right onto your chest, like on your collarbone, and
Mhm.
you feel pain. It bursts in there again as she tries one more 4th level inflict wounds on you. Natural 1!
Let's
What dice are you using?
I'm using cursed dice apparently. Holy hell.
Did you
Okay,
steal
no
my
more 4th levels.
dice?
I think I did. No more 4th levels. She kind of curses under her breath.
Oopsie.
So,
It's just a legit shiver.
Okay. Astra is going to roll for inflict wounds again
nice.
because she has like 2 damage spells, which is inflict wounds and word of radiant.
And harm.
Yeah, we haven't had a long rest.
Yeah.
Blue face.
So
I love it.
17.
Yes. 15 hits. How you see?
Okay. So
Chainmail isn't as effective as you think.
shoot.
Even magic on that.
2, 3.
Or affects you.
Oh god.
Look at me. Oh god. Cape.
So that's 28 damage.
Yes! Now we're getting into it.
By the way,
Go,
that would hit 2nd level,
Oh my gosh! Yes.
but I rolled like a 10, an 8, a 6, and a 4, so
Dudes.
Holy shit.
Let's go.
inflict wounds is just nasty.
You, like, just bring her to the ground. You bring her to one knee with the spell as you watch her veins pop from under her arms, up and, like, in her skin. And she's kind of, like, fighting back a yell of pain.
Are you
But
okay?
she's like, "No, I'm fine, don't worry." And then she is going to attack you again with a 3rd level inflict wounds. Guys, you've got the same sort of situation going on here.
2 clerics.
That was cocked.
Yeah.
I used the cursed dice again, and I got a natural 1 again. Legit. Right, spiritual weapon.
Okay.
11
Can
plus.
we use these dice for all our big bad evil guys? I like this.
Yeah, I know. 18.
18.
Nice.
It's a one-sided die with a 1 on one side.
Okay. Actually, that was really good. Okay, hang on. You take 14 plus 3, 17 points of damage.
That's
Ah! Wait, no, what's 14? No, 7 plus 7 is 14 plus 3, yeah.
and Astra's down a third of her health.
Nice. She's down she's down half, honey. So, you're doing good.
Can we not stop at half?
Right,
Worried expressions all around.
so, that's what she does.
Here's a
Use
word
movement to
expression.
get up off
You have
of
a
one
word
knee.
expression.
Is this my?
No, it's
And
fine.
you can see she's kind of considering whether or not she should
Yeah.
stop this.
No, you're good.
But she doesn't. She doesn't give the order, and she waits expectantly for you to attack her again.
Okay. For this time, I think I will go for. I'm going to go for a. Oh, it's nasty, and I'm sorry.
Do it.
I'm gonna go for a 5th level bestow.
Curse.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Do it.
I need her to make a wisdom save.
9 plus. Wisdom's okay. 16. No. Yeah. 16.
She just makes it, yeah. So
Okay. Sorry, friend.
no worries, no worries.
We don't want her.
Anything else? Bonus
Wait, who?
actions.
Not Astral.
Oh, right.
Okay.
I misunderstood who was. Yeah.
She says, I'm about to show you why you would be good in this fight. And she's going to heal mass healing word on herself. No, that's more than one person. What's the big healing one?
Uh,
But doesn't mass healing word like heal? Wouldn't that heal Astra as well?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's.
That's the point.
Would she make that mistake?
I think that's the point.
No, she wouldn't
Oh,
make a mistake.
You can heal both the fighters, I guess.
11. Astra, you take back
oh, it's on purpose. I get
14
it.
points of healing. And she does as well.
okay.
So she's done. Total is
Where'd you put the mattress?
mine.
Oh,
22,
no.
18.
Just put-
Okay. And she stops you and she said, "You can heal the others in the battle as well." And then she punches you in the chin. 19. She actually makes it. She's got like you take 2 points of damage because she's not very good at unarmed strikes.
Can you athletics check to dodge?
No, dodge is like a rogue ability.
Oh my god.
Also, the owl was like canon in game. That was it.
Ow! I love that. So,
Intense.
with that in mind, as she has healed you and then punched you in the chin, you can choose to continue attacking. if you
You
wish
can
to.
punch her back.
No, Astra's gonna go like a 2nd level cure wounds on her.
Okay. She smiles. And she says, as you watch, how much does she get back?
12.
12, perfect. She's only down 6 now. You watch as she takes a cloth or a bit of fabric from her pocket and begins to
I'm sure
wipe
she'll
the
know.
blood off her arm as those wounds heal up.
Deep breaths.
She says, there is immense value in saving lives as well as causing damage.
Thank you.
It's okay. I didn't do quite as well as I was hoping to in this particular fight, but that is the luck of the draw times. I know my capabilities, and I think now I know yours, and I can assure you that certainly you would do well in this,
Let's go, Astra.
should you choose to go. We'll do All-Star and Loran next.
Yeah, the boys.
The boys.
Can we insight
So-
check to see how squished Lorella is?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Oh, no, that was not.
Let's go,
Just went off the
Astra. You
table.
did so well.
18 plus 8 is 26. And you
Okay.
take that dice because
Great.
it's really good.
You got a 26 as well, Astra. That's crazy. Okay. You guys are doing the good rolls today. I'm
Some
gonna
of us-
close this because it's eating up my energy on the computer.
I'm forever cursed.
Give me 1 sec.
Just use the different.
Your energy.
No, I like mine.
The energy on the computer. Oh, the battery on the computer. That's what I meant to say.
No, as in like it's draining energy from you. You know.
Always is.
It's
I am a
background
computer. I am a computer. Not many people know this.
What?
I know. Shocking. Right. NPC character sheets. Where are they?
Ever make
So,
me yawn through the
Lorella.
screen? Another thing.
You look at her.
Oh, make me tear up then. That was surprising. I wasn't expecting that.
Did it actually hurt?
No, I was
Cool.
just,
Okay, good.
I was just caught off guard. How could you, Brian? How could you? Oh, stop!
Constant vigilance.
No, quit it. Brian's mean. I vote we vote him out of the party. He's out of the game.
Oh wow.
What did you do,
He
What
poked
didn't he
me.
Brian?
Lorella looks at you disapprovingly, Brian. No.
Yet
It
again
looks at
that
her
day.
That wasn't Brian, it was me. Every horrible action that committed is by me.
Every mean thing you've ever done to Lorella, Lily, I know.
Yeah. Ooh.
Otherwise, she wouldn't have forgiven.
If it was me talking to Lorella, that would have been interesting.
You'd make Neff very sad.
Now listen
I'm
here.
shook that you hate her so much. I didn't think she ends up.
It's not serious. She's a fictional character. There's only so much hate she can.
I mean, you
receive.
say that, but like, I don't know.
You can never tell. I'm an enigma.
I don't know. I think you really hate her. For reals.
Are you sure about that?
I was gonna say the same actually. It does feel like
roll insight.
Alright, let me roll insight.
I'm never rolling insight in
Oh,
IRL.
it's 18. Look at that. What's my insight modification?
Tell you what. I'll tell you. What.
Oh, it's 25.
I'll tell you after the game.
Okay. 25 insight into whether or not Lily IRL hates Lorella.
Guys, everything is awful.
I love Lorella. What a great mom.
She loves you too,
Oh.
like the mostest.
Yeah, I love her the most.
What about her other two?
Equally with Danawell and her son, but like she loves you too.
It's more than my daddy loves me.
Oh. At least your
Yeah, I
dad
know your
is
dad.
dead potentially.
Your dad's an enigma too.
Yeah.
Rip dad.
Okay.
You should
I will.
nice.
I do want to say one thing. Your dad is human. Okay, you can look at that and see that. Because a lot of the time you're like, I don't know, who knows?
Because you put
He
a
is
question
human, I
mark.
can't-
Go to the NPC sheet and you've got a big question mark. So I was like, okay, I'll put a question mark.
That was more for shits and giggles. Why isn't this opening?
I'm just so loyal to canon and I get this disrespect.
Right. So,
Emma's gonna kick me out of the game one day.
I would not be
guys,
surprised, to be
Brian
honest.
gets killed in this fight. That's the issue.
Brian had a heart attack. He was
And-
just too anxious and he didn't want to go into the
Brian,
fight.
it was the,
Brian
everyone
blushed
agreed
at
this is the
his
perfect time for Brian to die. Oh my gosh, my frozen face there looked real mean.
Brian
Okay,
tries to confess, dies in the process.
Yeah, that's why Brian's not confessing to Laura because he'd die.
Nice. You look at Lorella, and she looks not particularly squishy. She's about the same height as you, Brian, maybe a little bit shorter. She is slender, but from what exposed skin there is, she is muscled.
Ooh.
Even though she's about to go into battle, she
mom.
What would I
is
consider
wearing
long?
a long dress.
I mean,
similar
Brian's wearing a
one-
corset.
Exactly the
Fine.
same as the one, yeah. Exactly the same as the one she was wearing earlier in that day when you first met her. She doesn't look particularly squishy.
Is
like,
Sarah
she's-
in the room?
No, you guys have gone somewhere else.
Okay, Brian. Wait, are we going outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
You would have gone to maybe a different section of the courtyard as to where Astra went earlier.
Oh, by the way, Emma, I did something in the chat a while ago. I said that whilst Astra was fighting,
I
Brian did
never look
natural-
at the chat,
I'll tell
sorry.
you now.
Um,
Brian did natural recovery, if that's okay.
Okay, that's fine. So you got back a spell slot.
Because he
Sweet.
didn't have many left.
That's fine. Well, think of it this way. You'll be even stronger when you go into battle tomorrow. Right.
When you go into
Or-
battle.
I'm joking.
I will
You don't
love
have
to.
to go.
I'm just repeating what Emma said.
Yeah, but you're here and I can hit you.
I need Mom to come save me. Save me from Brian.
Save me, Mom.
Do you want a hug?
Kind of. Why would you hit me?
Are you sure you want a hug?
I don't know if I want to hug anymore. I don't know.
You don't know who I want to hug anymore.
I don't know. We're having a domestic dispute here. She hates Mom.
You always.
I don't know if I can tolerate this.
Okay.
At least Brian doesn't hate
So-
me.
Yeah.
Take that. That's as good as it's gonna get.
What do you do?
Do we roll initiative?
You're standing there with Loran and with Lorella standing in a sort of triangle, and she's looking at you, sort of somewhat expectantly. She's. Wait, she didn't say what she was supposed to say. Oh, haha. Sorry. Let me just backtrack ever so slightly. And she says, "I will prepare for you an option. You can fight me, or you can fight your friend."
Your friend? That's kind of rude.
Is he saying telling Brian?
She didn't know.
She's telling Brian to
She
fight
meant-
around.
also-
You can fight me or you can fight your friend.
Friend. Brian looks horrified. I don't know.
Who? Dude, he.
What would be more fun?
More fun. The BF battle.
Brian couldn't cast anything above
I
like
agree.
3rd level on the round. Let's be real.
Uh,
She's like, "I can heal you both if there are any
as if he's gonna fight.
I was about to say casualties. That sounds so bad. If there are any accidents."
I mean, out of game, I would love to see Brian fight Loran.
Loran says, "I am up for either of these options."
Now you have to fight him. Are you gonna take that from your BF? From your friend?
So I'm gonna Fred him from now on, your friend.
If it's a hard decision, roll a dice.
Yeah, can I roll a dice?
Roll the dice. Yes, if you get
Even number?
an even number, it's Loran. Odd number, it's Lorella.
Can Brian take a real dice out and do this? Wait.
Yeah,
Odd number. 1.
Lorella. Uh-huh.
Soz.
That would have been so fun. Okay.
That sounds more in character, though, I guess.
Fine.
I mean, Brian could not, like, seriously hurt Loran. He'd probably just let him kill him. He'd just be like, okay.
Don't want to do the squish.
Okay.
I don't want to do the squish.
To his friend.
She says, "If this is your decision, then I can perhaps take both of you at once."
Ooh.
Okay.
As they say. So,
Roll initiative.
roll initiative, please. Roy.
Oh, not good. 12.
Not good. She needs to roll. So does Lauren. Using different dice. Oh, real bad.
I like
Both
this
of them.
frozen Emma.
I would have
4
hit
and a
Loran with
6.
this.
The dice.
Pain.
So,
That would have been great.
I agree.
Loran's incapacitated for 1 hour, looks like he's dead. And Brian's just like, you deserve it.
okay. So, so All Star, you are going first.
Sweet. They must have rolled really bad.
They rolled really bad.
Ryan
Then.
is gonna do a Call Lightning at 5th level.
Sweet. Sweet! Yes! Oh my gosh. Okay.
Blue lightning.
So, remind me again the effects of Call Lightning, please.
It's a dex save, and it lasts for 10 minutes unless I break concentration.
Okay. Both of them are going to roll. Are you doing it against just Lorella?
Wait, am I fighting Loran as well? No.
Sorry. It's not. It's a target, right? So you're just
Yeah,
doing it.
Lorella.
Cocked.
Yeah, Loren's helping you.
I know what I'd hit.
So, dex save. A 19.
Okay, so half damage.
Half damage. Go for it. Fuck her up.
Oh, that's a really
don't
good
kill her.
roll. Thomas, look at that.
Oh, that looks pretty good from over
There's
here.
2. Yeah.
How did you roll so well?
Don't know.
This is BS. I demand a refund for my dice.
8.
I demand a refund on my luck.
Wait. She takes 20
How much
points of
can I
damage.
fruits?
20 points of
Okay.
damage.
Minus 20. As you see the lightning kind of gather at her feet. Purple.
Oh wait, what's the
tiefling.
weather like outside?
It's a fairly clear moonlit
That's
night.
fine. Still good.
Okay. Astra, you're a purple tiefling. What's that? Which resistance do purple tieflings have?
Astra's actually doesn't use tiefling stats.
Oh yeah, you used
Dra-
the dragon. I'll check.
It's not fire damage, it's lightning damage, so.
So she only takes 10 actually.
Ooh.
Do purple tieflings have a different elemental resistance in this?
I thought that every tiefling of a different color has different resistance. Like, so blue tieflings would have like resistance to lightning.
Is that a
Like
thing?
But she's a
copper
purple
would have
tiefling.
resistance to fire, that kind of thing.
So much.
Wait,
Yeah, is that not what everyone does? That's what I do.
wait, did you say
I-
blue
I-
tieflings have resistance to lightning?
Lightning, and then, but that's an example.
But she's a purple tiefling.
Yeah. So, but blue purple is close enough.
I'm.
That's so convenient.
I mean, I'm purple and I have a defense against fire, but
If you want to dispute it, then
It's fine.
that's fun though. I didn't know that. That's so cool.
lightning, not fire, because that's for red tieflings. Really.
That's a wasted spell.
Oh, it's
That's not a waste of a spell because it lasts for 10 minutes. It'll hit her every.
That was a really good roll. It's only gonna hit her for less than 10 damage. I'm not doing that. Let's see. What else I have?
Let me look in the player's handbook because I can
No.
tell Lily's in a strop.
I'm not in a strop. It's fine.
We'll go by the player's handbook.
I'm mildly annoyed.
You guys have a great dynamic.
No, we don't.
Yeah, you do.
Who asked to? IRL or in game?
IRL.
IRL.
In game, everybody has a good dynamic.
See, all my 4th levels are pretty much gone as well. I only have 1 left.
Be modern kindness.
What can I use?
Infernal Cambion.
I mean, if I really want to go hard.
Just
Go hard.
Go hard, man.
Go hard. When it gets to combat, they're not gonna.
that's
They're not
pretty
gonna hold
strong.
back. Just so
I
you
feel
know.
like you'd reserve that for his actual enemies.
I mean,
Do you know what? No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong because
she's the Empress.
I was going off of the Infernal Cambions having different origins of Infernal Legacy as well, because that is a thing. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the different magic type that they are resistant to is different. So I'll say you can have the lightning, but this may change in future games. Bye, Mordenkainen. Okay, so 20. You can have the lightning, but in future games, we may need to change things. So, next in the order is Neff. Not Neff, Loran.
Yes, I will cast.
Never runs in.
No.
I'm like off
It's
somewhere
Loran.
else with Daniel.
I just saw you and I thought, oh, yeah. Who's
Just
gonna
always in the
cast? Spell.
Mage armor.
Neff comes in. Neff can't fight Mom.
gonna
That's unlawful.
cast haste on you. So,
On me?
hasted
What does that do?
means so you get a bunch of extra stuff. Let me just get the spell books that I just threw across. You get a bunch of extra stuff, including extra action. It's a really good spell. Haste.
I can't add it to.
Don't worry. So,
Wait, no, I have
choose
the
a
card.
willing creature that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, the target's speed is doubled. It gains a +2 bonus to AC. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws. You gain an additional action on each turn, which you can use to cast a spell.
Wait.
But remember, still... oh no, it can't be, sorry. This action can only be used to take the attack, a weapon attack only, sorry.
Okay, double movement +2 AC.
Yeah. Dash, disengage, hide, use an object action. When the spell ends, the target... Yeah, so when the spell ends,
find it.
you are going to feel a bit shit, but it's good. Okay.
I'm gonna
You're
look it up to
hasted.
make sure I got it right.
Bonus action is going to do nothing. Can move. Okay. So. All star. Oh no, Loretta.
There we go.
I'm a shitty wizard.
Bluey?
Is going to cast.
Oh,
I'm not looking at the chat, sorry.
sorry. I think all tieflings have resistance to fire.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's just
But it's not fire damage.
so.
But in other games that I've played in before, there's been resistances based on your color type, the similar way that the dragons have based on color type.
You just have fire, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm also
No,
purple.
you have lightning resistance, Bluey, because you
No,
spurt lightning.
Sorry, I was talking.
Neff.
Yeah, Neff.
Because I can see.
But the reason that I thought otherwise, because in other games I've done the same thing with tieflings, just a bit more fun. But we haven't done it yet in this game, so it'd be stupid to do it. Although we haven't done it yet in this game, if anyone's interested in that, I'm so up for that.
I'm interested. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
So
Get more
it would be
fire.
lightning because you're closest to blue rather than purple, unless you think it'd be closer to red as a tiefling colour. Your mum's closer to blue.
Well, I'd be closer to
But
whatever Mum's
that's-
closest to.
I don't know, your dad had tan skin, so you could go either way.
I think I'm more purpley blue than purpley red.
Okay. Then we'll starting from tomorrow.
Yay!
Next game.
Lightning resistance.
You can customize that.
Can I?
Okay.
Go customize.
You watch as your mum, you're outside,
I can't
this is
remember
fine,
That's done.
is going to drop a
I-
fireball.
So this one is not included.
Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
And I get the advantage. Woo.
You do indeed.
Oh, 18 plus. Don't think I need it one.
18 plus, you make it.
Plus 1. 19. Yeah, that was nice.
So, nice. You watch as she begins to mutter and she puts a hand onto the ground and pulls up out of it a line of flame which sort of spins around her arm, kind of like formulating into this orb at the top, and she throws it into the air and it crashes down in between both of you and Loran. You got a natural 20. So you got 18 and he got a 20. So 8, 2, 5, 6. I don't have enough d6s. Nope. Okay. Oh, that was a really, really, really good roll. That was a really good roll. Hang on. 8, 12, 16, 20, 30. 30. You take 15 points of damage, both of you, fire damage.
15. 18 minus
Yeah.
15 is 65.
Yes.
Sweet.
As this flame kind of explodes
track of
onto the ground, and you guys manage to like jump out of the way of it, but it singes the edges of your clothing and your hair.
Good luck.
And I believe the object, so the area that you were standing in just now, in between you and Iran, is now aflame. but you could walk around it. It would just be a little bit more movement to get to each other. To get to Loretta, you can still get a pretty good jump on her. So, All Star, what do you want to do?
Put my dice. Wait, where'd they go? Probably gonna take advantage of the lightning again.
Okay, so lightning goes up.
Wait, where's my other dice? Sorry, one sec. Okay,
That's fine.
so Dex save, I think.
Dex save. It's just a save every time. Okay.
Yeah,
10
that's
It
another
might be
pretty
plus-
decent roll.
plus. Hang on a sec.
Not as good as the first time.
Pretty good Dex save. 14.
No, it doesn't. Wait, I have to
Okay.
do that again. I lost track. 8. No. 8. Plus 9. Plus 4. Takes 27 points of damage.
27 points of damage. Damn son. Okay. You sort of see, and she kind of like staggers back a bit slightly. But she doesn't say anything to you. Is that it?
I think that's all I can do.
You have like, so that's just automatic, isn't it? Or do you have to use an action to
Hold on, let me I have it here.
invoke the lightning again?
Use your action to call it down.
Okay, you have one more action that you can use to make a weapon attack
Ooh.
because you're hasted,
Can
and you have a bonus action, and you have movement.
I've never used it. I haven't used it in a while. Can I get out my scimitar?
Yeah, this is the elemental one, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Ooh.
And I can't wait. I need to find it because I haven't used it in ages. How far?
Anna, that's gonna look crazy tomorrow. That red stuff on your arm.
I love the blue and I love the red.
Yeah.
My favorite burnt blueberry.
How far away am I from her?
About 40 feet.
Okay, I've never.
Blue.
I get double double movement though, don't I?
You can use your extra. So
How would this work?
yeah, actually, hang on a second. No. So it is that you could use, if you wanted to, that extra action to dash, which is where the movement is from. So, oh, it's more fun if you're closer. Let's say you're 30 feet. Yeah, you can just get to it.
Okay. I feel like. Okay, then Brian will
I mean,
dash
come on.
and pull out his scimitar.
You can
And
just run. You can make it with a real
Okay.
regular movement.
What element? Wait, I need to check. I've barely used it. Amulet. Here you go. No, that's not it. Sorry, guys. Orb, scimitar. No. Sorry.
It's fine. We're having fun.
Oh no, it's here. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna put lightning damage on it again.
Oh wow. Yes.
Lightning
Roll to hit.
fun. Okay. I'm gonna use luck because I want better roll.
Didn't you already use your luck points today?
I've
Oh,
got
you have
one
more than
more.
one. Okay.
Probably gonna be a
Hate
wa-
luck.
Wasn't worth it.
Nice.
Plus, this is for who's not used to melee? Me. Scimitar.
How much is that?
Scimitar is plus.
Is it a finesse weapon or a strength?
I think I have it. Hold on. Scimitar, got it. Plus 5. So that's 13.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. He tried.
Oof, that's a bit edgy though. Lorraine
Lorraine. Y'all.
is going to cast. Oh, he doesn't have that many left though. Yeah, he cast Private Sanctum already, so he's got one of less of those.
He casts the sanctum
Okay.
and sits down.
It's the
No, no, no,
sanctum,
no.
but only
I
he
was
gets
just-
to be in it.
Keeping track of his spell slots. A lot of his spells are to do with making things rather than like actually attacking people.
He's a creative crafter.
He's a creative craftsman. Okay, he's going to do And he's going to try a hold person on Lorella. As his last... Oh no, it's second level, so... she is going to then make is it a wisdom save? Wisdom
Whole
save.
person, yeah.
Yeah. 19 plus a bunch, so no. So you watch as Loran attempts to sort of cast this incantation, and you watch as Lorella's form sort of seizes up for a moment, and then she shakes it. His spell not taking hold. She, feeling not so great, is going to look to you.
Me?
Star?
Okay, good.
Yes. Yes, you. And is going to spell you. Spell you.
With what?
Alstaer.
Oh,
I just
hang on,
spelled
I want to
you.
check that she can
I spelled you.
I want to check that she can actually do this before I tell you to roll anything.
She
Otherwise,
spells right at you.
Should have saved my luck point.
Mhm.
I always use them so terribly. Once I use them all on cooking.
I mean,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. She doesn't have many of these,
Oh no.
but she's gonna do it anyway because she's in hurt. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh. 18 plus 6. Wait, it's saving throw? Yeah, 16.
Yeah. 16 does it. Okay. Either way, take half damage as you feel the life being drained
She
from your form.
blight me?
She blighted your ass.
That's the one spell Brian doesn't
You
use
lightning
against
her
non-magic.
ass, man.
I was showing Thomas blight and I was like, how mean is this spell? I'm not gonna do it. And he was like, yeah.
I don't think you can do it, dude. It just go all out.
But I don't want to kill the... Wait, I have necrotic resistance as well.
Ah, she doesn't know that.
So do I take...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna take a quarter damage.
Sweet.
Oh, what she ends up.
Oh,
I knew that necrotic resistance would come in handy one day.
Noise.
One day.
Noise.
But no, she doesn't know that. She couldn't know. So
Can't steal
No
Brian's
point.
pretty.
can't steal Brian's
Keeps
pretty.
him pretty.
It's a really good roll though. 10. 20. Okay, 32. 37. 42. Halved is 22. Halved is 11 points of necrotic damage.
Does she really want to do
Oh.
this?
11 points of necrotic damage. So you will start. That's all bumped down already.
Okay.
Okay. She is then going to...
Where is it? There it is. Wait, blight isn't concentration. Blight isn't concentration.
No, but can you make... it's not even that much. Is chain lightning concentration?
Yeah.
Can you just make a concentration check? You just need to make sure you don't roll below, like, 6.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, so,
I
you
think
lose
Brian's
chain
really
lightning.
disturbed by blight. He doesn't like blight, so...
Okay.
I'm disturbed by the sleeping.
That was a really... That's real bad luck. I'm sorry. But you lose chain lightning.
Understandable.
From the damage you take, it's just enough to just knock your concentration.
We're gonna do this?
What are you gonna do?
I'm not gonna do the whole thing. Wait, let me just double check what that damage is. Brian's gonna hit her with a 5th level blight.
Okay. Constitution save.
Yep.
$18 plus
Yeah. So
3.
half damage.
21.
What's a D8 look like?
A diamond.
Diamond.
Like it's 2 pyramids.
Diamond. How many is
Yes.
it? It's a lot of D8s.
It's 9d8.
I've got one you can borrow.
Thank you. But your dice are cursed, but I'll take it anyway.
Wow, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm being really mean this
I
game.
s-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I see how it is.
I'm sorry.
Insulting my dice,
just-
insulting my mom.
Because you just like hate Lorella so much. Like,
I love Lorella.
Okay, this is 5.
Even IRL.
Okay. That's pretty decent. So that's 5. Wait. 6.
How many d8s do you have? It's a lot.
she's a lot of dice.
I have one set.
So take 1 out. Push. +8. Halved. 24 points of damage.
Halved.
Yeah, that's halved.
Sweet.
Yep.
Let me check.
I feel bad.
You should. Okay, Loran is going to hold his action to see what Lorella does because he notices that she's not looking very well, and is going to hold to see what she was going to do next. She, who is still standing,
I have something prepared if
Looking-
she's real bad.
looking to you, and then looking to Loran, says, "This is not quite the fair fight I was expecting." Okay. And she's going to cast a spell. I just want to double check that she can... the effects of this. Because I want it to be able... there's a specific reason she's doing it. Where are you? Spell. LMNOPQ. There we go.
RSDUVWXINZ.
She... No, Loran is going to do... Loran, knowing... Loran wants to protect you, All-Star.
He's so sweet.
So,
Neff says in the background.
but he also
I'm
doesn't want to
leaving
want to kill Neff. No, he's going to hold his action. He said he was going to do it.
Okay.
All-Star, can you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Can you make me a
Oh,
wisdom save
a wisdom save.
with advantage? I think because you're Fae. You have advantage on saves against being charmed, right?
Yeah. So first of all, it's a 16 plus 8.
Okay, yeah, that's
So-
fine.
I don't think I need to roll again. Unless she's
no,
got a
you
really
don't.
high save.
No, you don't.
It's a
Okay,
13.
no, she just loses it. Okay, that's fine. She sighs, and with her bonus action, she's just going to say, "I think I need to sit down. If you can do this to me, then you should certainly represent battle."
Can I do a check how bad she is?
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
I'll tell you. She has 4 hit points left.
Brian casts heal on Lorella.
She has more hit points than the round did. Not gonna lie.
He casts heal on Lorella. So 70 hit points back.
Okay. Oh, feels good. There you go.
And now I have
So-
no good spells left.
That's fine. Loran's like, "Are you sure? Because I could keep going." Definitely indestructible. You know me. Just, he looks a bit at a loss.
You don't want him to do a squish, do you?
I don't want him to do a squish.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So, Bluey, you had your... you have already been tested, but would you like to have a go again to see if there's anything more you can learn? You can say no if you wish to.
Have a what? Sorry.
Would you like to have another turn at being tested to see if there's anything more you could learn?
If I could learn anything more, well, maybe I should like steel myself. I don't know.
You can take it. You can take this time to do other kinds of preparation if you want to. As can you, Neff.
It's like...
At
Say
At
again.
least an important thing of preparation. Sorry.
No. Anna, go.
I've got some important, rest to catch up on, I think.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't know if it, like,
Alright.
I don't know if I should
So-
just be like, all right, time for me to pass out.
You ready?
Okay, that's fine. I think what then instead happens is Jera and Sarazur invite you to watch them spar, so that you can get an idea of movements, of maybe get a bit of an edge. You can think about how to use that bit of foresight, that you have with your attacks. So watching them, you see in those moments where you fail an attack, where one of them, fails an attack, maybe in the same way you might. You think, oh, I could use the advantage that I have in that moment to try again. That foresight that you have. What I'm telling you is, in game term, last time when you fought Gareth, there was a moment when you got a natural 1, and it was on an attack, and you still had your luck point. That's the kind of time where you want to use your advantage. Or if you make a sort of a decisive attack, like when, maybe everything is in the balance, and this person needs to go down. That is exactly the kind of time you want your advantage. So watching Jera and Sarazur spar, and reflecting on your fight with Gareth, you begin to sort of understand that a bit better. Does that make sense? Okay. And there is a moment where Jera just gets the hilt of his sword and attempts to slam Sarazur in the stomach, but Sarazur spins away and with his elbow decks him in the back of the neck, and Jera goes down. And you remember then when the Salios explained to you how when you get down you can get back up again. So you remember these sort of things, that there's like new abilities that you have through this sword, which are to support you in this battle. Okay.
So I guess when it reaches tomorrow, I'll do that dice roll, for foresight.
Yeah, but that is something you do in the midst of battle. Okay, and you can hold on to it, use it whenever you wish. You just have an idea of when might be a good time to use it now that you've looked and you've watched. Yeah. Okay. And that's something that resets every day. You get to use it once a day. Right. Neff, is there anything you're doing in this time whilst everyone else is preparing?
Well, I wanted to go off and talk to Danielle for a bit.
Danielle, okay. You can certainly do this. So where do you go to find her?
Well, first I guess I need to find her.
Oh wait, no, sorry. I said she was in the main hall, didn't I?
Yeah, but
it was pretty easy.
Oh yeah, I did see her. So I wanted to go back there.
So you can go up to her, yeah. She's sitting, she's reading her book.
Sister.
It's hello.
How are you feeling?
I'm fine. I'm just reading, thinking about everything.
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
Mm.
What have you been thinking about?
Our conversation earlier. The fact that you said you'd be leaving again, which I think is a bad idea. I'm going to be honest.
Why do you think it's a bad idea?
Because we're a family and family. Yep.
Yes, that's true. I suppose that is a core element of a family dynamic. But believe me, if it weren't for a lot of external factors, I would love to stay here, and I hope that to be the case soon. But there are some things that are out of my control at the moment, which have to be addressed. But anyway, we've had this discussion already.
Sure.
Are you going to the ritual
No.
combat?
I haven't got any powers like you all have. I never had a knack for it.
Oh,
And with my leg, I feel like I might just be a bit of a hindrance. My skills lie up here.
well, I mean, that's very important. A lot of my skills, I wish, lined up with yours in that sense.
She smiles and she says, well, It's a strength to recognize your own strength.
Wise words.
Yes, I am very smart, you see.
That's out of game laugh. Maybe Neff laughs a little bit in game as well. If you don't mind me asking, what happened to your leg?
It was, It's okay, I'm not afraid to talk about it. Do you remember how, after we came back, well, you weren't there, after you first arrived here, and when we were talking with Mother, how she mentioned that after my extraction,
Mhm.
the Knights decided that there wasn't enough support and it was a bit too dangerous with just 6, so they brought, oh sorry, was it 7? 6. 7, so they brought an extra Knight along with them.
Yes, I
Well,
remember.
the reason was because we were attacked on the way here, and I almost died, actually. I lost my leg.
Well, I'm glad you didn't lose your life instead. That sounds very intense. I cannot imagine that.
She looks at you for a moment and she says, something tells me that you can.
Well, I'm not so sure. Everybody's experiences are unique in their own.
She nods and she says, so when I came back, when they were planning to head for you, they decided to bring 1 extra so that the same thing would not happen again, and then something worse to you. So,
Yeah.
suppose that it was a flawed plan either way.
Well, it's always easy to say in hindsight, of course.
That's true. That's very true. A lot of the decisions that we make are affected by hindsight.
Yes, it's certainly true. Yes.
So I'm reading this book. It's really annoying because it's one of the only ones they have, which is actually like a storybook because I prefer stories. And I only have the 3rd volume. They don't have the 1st or the 2nd. And it's kind of stupid because I'm like, why? I don't understand anything that's happening. And you look at the book and it's necromancy.
Oh my god. Oh my
You guys are never
goodness.
going to escape.
Goodness gracious. I've read that story. Well, I've read the first 2 volumes, I think. Have I read the volumes 1 and 2 but not 3? Or have I...
Please tell. You've read volumes 1 and 2, but not 3.
Okay.
Number 3 you found in the safe in Elijah's,
Yeah, and it was the
but it
fake
turned
one.
out to be the journal.
I have to
Yeah.
tell you about it. Okay, let's... can I just, like...
Wait, what happened? Tell me what happened in the book. I need to know why they can't be together. I don't understand.
Out of game, I kind of don't remember exactly what it was. It's like,
You-
one died in the...
We never told.
It was
It
like...
was like the guy fell in love with a statue of a hero who died long
Yeah,
ago,
and he's like long in the past, and he's like...
and he wants to resurrect the person in the statue so that he can marry them.
Fun.
That sounds like something I
Fun.
would do. I'm down with that.
It sounds like a really cool. It is a real story that exists. Someone grandfathered it into this, but I've never read it, so I don't want to. So It's up to your imagination how it goes.
Yeah. That sounds like a really good fanfic material, actually.
Hmm
Well,
I'll leave that to you.
I can just say that Neff sits down with Daniel and like just goes through
Regale the story
in
in graphic detail. It's quite
In-
pornographic.
Sibling bonding.
she's lawful, man. She's gonna give her own filtered, family-friendly, digestible
Okay.
version. I'd be
But
pretty
she keeps
graphic.
going on about his muscles. I don't understand why the muscles are so important. Oh well.
Yeah, I'm
And
not
she-
too into that myself either. Neff has bad taste.
I don't
Muscles
even
are
know.
good.
I don't know
Muscles
what
are pretty
this
good.
What kind of guys do you like?
You know, I've never really thought about it that much.
What kind of girls do you like?
Well, you know, I've never really thought about it that much. Never really even
Uh,
considered
There are
it.
people as well who are neither. What kind of anyone do you like? Do you have someone you're in love with?
No. Okay, what kind of people do you like? What kind of beings?
She blushes. I have a
Ooh.
crush on someone,
Ooh.
but it's very new. It's very fresh. It sort of hit me like a wave of emotion when I saw them.
This is so cute. Neff scoots closer. Do tell.
That guy with the white hair that you came here with. He's
Oh,
Oh, he's got a crush on you.
I have some bad news.
I mean,
What do you like
he
about him?
Seems really like quiet and brooding, but there's something about that which reminds me of the main character in Necromant Volume 3, and that's pretty much where I learned everything about love.
Now that you
So-
mention it, there is a somewhat of a resemblance.
You don't want to tell Daniel really important information.
Do you think? Right, you've travelled with him for a while. You don't like him, do you?
No, he's. Well, no, I
Okay.
do not. I do
But
not like him in
do you
that
think-
respect. In that way.
Need some vodka.
In that way, no. Do you think I have a chance?
Well, I don't know. Have you ever talked to him?
No. Do you need to talk to people that you like?
Well, you don't necessarily need to, but it certainly helps.
Okay, I'll find a way.
I cannot guarantee anything. It may be a perilous journey, from which you may not return in the same. But it's not my place.
It's okay, it's a quest I shall accept. Thank you for your guidance.
I wish you the best of luck, Daniel. Do be proud.
I shall indeed. I will attempt to
Awful.
return victorious.
Lawful.
This is some simpling stuff.
Okay. Loran and All-Star, as you return from your spat with Lorella. I'm not going to call it a fight because you pretty much destroyed her. As you return from your battle with Lorella, and you enter in, you see Neff and Daniel having a little chat, and as Lorella breaks off,
For all Neff knows.
she looks to you, Neff, and then she looks over to All-Star, and she says, shall I talk to him now? I'm going to talk to him now. I think it's good time. Yes?
I will leave you to your duties.
Okay. Right. She stands up. She brushes down her skirts. She sweeps back her hair.
Why don't you have any
Queen.
alcohol here, Thomas?
Icon. And she approaches the two, you and Loran.
See,
As
Neff
you
is lawful in
re-enter
the sense
from-
that she would never make any presumptions about Brian's sexuality or his relationship with Loran without
That's
having
very true.
without
That's
having known
very
it for
fair.
a fact. She's never asked. She doesn't know. Maybe
That's
they're in an
fair.
open
Could
relationship.
be polyamorous. Yeah.
Maybe Brian
Um,
swings. Maybe he bats for more than one team. We don't know that. Neff hasn't had this discussion with Brian.
Do an insight check on Brian.
The lawful way is
So-
not to make assumptions about
Wait,
people.
can I just ask how many? Loran lost 15 hit points, right?
Yes.
Okay. Brian does healing word on Loran.
Sweet. Gets them back. Yeah.
Do you want me to roll it or?
It's bit inconsequential. Once it'll be
It's
enough
the-
to
it's
sort of
the
like
thought.
make him.
That can.
Yeah, it's the thought that counts. It's you manage to heal him up enough that he feels marginally better. Looks a little bit less wounded than before. You only lost 11, so I mean, as you wish.
No.
But you are approached, the two of you, as you re-enter this main room.
Actually, no, I'm on
by-
54.
Ooh.
Fun. It's
I
fine.
misjudged that. Oh well. As you are approached by Daniel. Daniel, who is about 2 inches taller than you, All-Star.
A lot of
um,
people are.
Yeah. And she has a sort of slightly rose-tinted complexion.
This is so
You hear a sha-la-la-la-la-la in the background as She approaches, and some cherry blossoms fall from the ceiling from an indeterminate location behind her as she approaches you.
As far as I'm concerned, I've made an in-character correct decision, alright? I've done my justification. This is up to you now.
I would think that Brian probably thinks she's red because of the Loran.
Oh.
I would say.
Loran. She kind of approaches, and Loran sort of stops, like, and then, do you have any reaction to her approaching?
Well, she's a princess, so Brian just bows.
And she nods to you, and she says, "Hello. We haven't spoken much, but I just wanted to tell you that if you wanted to date me or something, that'd be okay."
I think no one has ever seen Brian look more shocked in his life. He's just like...
It is fabulous.
She's talking directly to Brian, right?
Like, yeah. Like, I know that our two families were at odds for... And, like, you know, the world wouldn't want us to be together. But the thing is, I want us to be together. I want us to be together, so...
I like her.
I do too.
What is Loran doing?
Loran is laughing. He's got like a hand behind, like a mouth over his hand, and he's just watching, so pleased. He's so happy with the situation. He's looking at you like, what are you going to? What is that? What are you gonna do? I mean, she wants you to be together. That's crazy. I mean, Darkrost.
Your Highness,
Yes.
I would very much like to be your friend. Unfortunately,
Not even friend? You're not even gonna be a friend?
I'd like to be a friend. Unfortunately, I don't make friends.
I don't have many
That's
friends.
not for me.
Unfortunately, I am currently dating somebody else, and I am not polyamorous, so I apologize. But thank you, I am very flattered.
A challenger has appeared.
I like her.
I really like her too.
She looks to you. And she says, "Who?"
Sorry, wait.
Who are you dating? What's my competition like? I need to know so that I can beef up for next time.
Brian just looks at Loran, like, tries to be as subtle as possible, like,
Loran looks to her, and as she looks at him, like kind of like a frown, and he says, "Let the battles begin." Offers a hand to shake Jenny Wells, and she looks like she's going to reject it, and then she looks back to you, Brian, and she says, "Good luck," and she shakes his hand. As she walks away, you hear, "You're gonna need it. I'm amazing." And,
I like this side of it.
I really like her.
and she leaves. The more she opens up around you, all the time you spend with her, the more she seems to.
Okay.
She's so cute.
In like
I love
her
my sis.
personality.
I think, can I make an insight check to see what Neff and her were talking about? I want to, like...
You can make an insight check as she returns to Neff to you, and she's talking about how
How'd it go?
the battle is on.
Insight.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
I have a
5
rival
plus
in
8,
love now.
Which is 5 plus 8 is 13.
13. It's a bit difficult to tell from here.
Ryan's
You
just
can certainly
looking at
ask him
Neff, like,
translate. You can infer from that what you wish.
he's like,
As
looks
this
like he's-
all happens, the leaders who tested you before, having recovered from their fights, Sarazar and Jarrett returning, unawares of what has just transpired, gather together and call you all over. Neff, you're not excluded from this. You're given a chance to come over and see what your friends are talking about. All-Star, Loran, Sarazar, Astra, Bluey, Neff, You're all taken before Lorella, Gelder, Gareth, and Jera, and this other woman, the brunette woman, whose name you just haven't asked, and I haven't told you. So I'm just going to tell you. Her name's Valerie.
Oh, that's a cute name.
Yeah. I'm just tired of calling her the brunette woman.
Oh, the brunette one.
The brunette one, the dark elf man before you.
Takes off the mask. It's a drow.
They're all drow.
It
They
wasn't
line
me
you
all
up, they
along.
take off their masks. Drows
Whose voice is
everywhere.
I don't know, it's just some random dude now.
Yeah. And they say, so the time has come to decide. Who among you will come to the ritual combats? And who will stay here? Neff, you have made your decision.
I will stay.
Among us, we have chosen. I shall go, Lorella says. As will Sarazar. As will Gareth. Along with your advice, I believe it is wise to leave some of our strongest. Gelder shall remain. As will Valerie. As will Jera. So, Louis, you will come with us. That makes 3. We need more. Will you come?
Sorry, Astra's hidden by a microphone for me, so every time I want to look, I have to be like,
It's this boy.
Right. Loran says 3 isn't quite enough, is it? I'll go with you.
I will go.
I will too.
Astra.
A disaster squad.
Yeah.
All start going as well.
This is so ironic because we were just like, we're never going.
And those are the two people that... Oh, this is great. And I wanted to
Astra
go,
with-
man, it ended up like the
Yeah.
opposite.
In the group chat, we were like, we're not going. Neff's like, I'm going. We were like, okay.
This is complete flip around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you wish to go, let me quickly make one adjustment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Astra, Brian, I wish you the best of luck.
Once this is done, I'm going to tell you the method I have. It's a really good method. But I'll explain later. So,
I'm excited.
to change a lot of things.
I would have never expected it to be the opposite of what
Yeah.
we planned. That's so weird.
Oh, this
Like, you were so like, I'm gonna go unless the Empress tells me not to.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not gonna go unless the right.
Poor Brian.
Yeah, when Loran said he was gonna go, I was like, I guess this is the decision that's going on.
I was being so like,
I think-
sure.
You guys, like,
I was like,
won the
Loran's
battles.
Loran's not gonna go. I was so like, Loran's not gonna go. It's fine.
Loran's thought process here is that he doesn't think he'll be very useful back here.
It's fine.
And that's what you can infer just from like looking at him. If you wanted to know any more than that, you'd have to maybe roll or ask him.
Can I roll?
Yeah, or you can ask. It's up to you.
What would it be to roll? Insight?
An insight.
I was at 15 for insight.
Oh,
Scene and
that's an 11.
11.
Just ask him.
You get the feeling he doesn't want Sarazar to go alone.
Oh,
The sibling
oh
bond.
that's really cute.
He's
doesn't
kind
say
of been looking. You've been noticing
The brother
over the
love.
last few days as everything has righted itself within the mistake, whether that's a mistake or not, that he made, with Sarazar opening up to you and them actually talking to each other, that maybe, just maybe, their relationship is repaired somewhat.
That's so sweet.
Still don't want Loran to go, but now I understand. Okay.
So, those of you who decided to go are
Is that 6 of us, right?
All-Star, Loran, Lorella, Gareth, Sarazar,
Oh,
Louis, and Astra.
7.
I just had a wild idea
are
that I can't tell you about.
given sort of a run over of what sort of happens in a ritual combat, where I've explained to you a little bit earlier, nothing's really withheld with regards to abilities and magic, except for you must only bring what you can carry with you. A coin flip decides which side we'll choose first, and that's what we're gonna do that IRL. And I'll have one of you flip the coin and call out. So there's no bias. I'm also going to give you guys a bit of a look behind the DM screen here, because this is a battle to the death. So I needed to remove bias. I don't have any characters who I want to die, but if one of you does die, I want it to be 100% crystal clear that I didn't choose to kill you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, depending on how you roll with insight and how you present yourselves,
I don't want to go.
there will be an order of preference for each person who is put forward by the other side, based off of what they can infer, which goes from most want to fight to least want to fight. The worse they do on that roll, the more likely they are to choose someone who do well against them. The better they do on that roll, the more likely they are to choose someone who they could do well against. If they get in the middle, then they'll choose someone who's in the middle. If for whatever reason you caused a slight against someone, if for whatever reason you put yourself in a position to be a target for that person, then your name goes up in the order. So,
That means there's people.
with that in mind, that's not necessarily. That means, for example, as they explain to you that you have to approach the camp, that you have to explain and discuss with the enemy what the ritual combat is, and that it is a very delicate process, and not to do anything that could incriminate you or make you stand out. If, for example, you did something to make you stand out, that could cause you to be a target. Does not necessarily mean it'll be people you know.
Don't want to be a target.
It just means that there'll be people who could be quite reactive to you, should you make yourselves a target.
With lightning, just like, come on.
Should we all,
Just like
should we all,
blast
like,
lightning in the sky, like, yeah!
Bring it
I was thinking,
on.
should we all like link arms and like speak as one?
Yeah. Lightning man.
That's fair. So, you have the night ahead of you. You should have a long rest. Is there anything else you want to do before you rest?
Probably not this game, but I do want to talk to Loran before the combat. Probably during the
Okay.
night.
It's fine. So, if there's something else,
I just want to be like near everybody, just near all of you, and just like.
okay. You guys notice that everyone who sleeps seems to sleep in the same area in the large hall as like a sort of group, except for Lorella and a couple of the knights who you don't see come to sleep.
They never sleep.
Some of the leaders as well are out much later than you guys are awake. As you settle down, All-Star, you hear a shuffling behind you, and you watch as Danielle moves her stuff just ever so slightly closer to you before Loran is able to put down a bedroll. And she says, I think we could just have a sleepover and have a talk about how compatible we are.
Brian is very red. He does not know how to respond to girls. He's just like,
Loran says, yeah, I mean, he's just so likable and so popular with the ladies, it's really difficult. And,
Brian
she
changes,
shoots
looks
the dirt.
furious at Loran.
He winks at you. In your mind, actually, you get a message, and you hear Loran's voice, and it says, All-Star, before tomorrow I want to have an actual conversation. And he looks behind his sort of, oh, I heard my voice. Behind his sort of cheerful, kind of playful smile, which he has on, you kind of look at his eyes and you see this sort of worry there.
He nods.
Neff, I think as you settle down, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to roll the dice. That sounded really.
As you settle down,
Just
let's
roll
see what
initiative.
happens. Oh, the Cthulhu monster spawns. Alright, we're dead.
It opens
as
beneath
you-
It's a Tarrasque.
Oh no.
As you settle down, you feel the ground rumble beneath you, and an aboleth appears. It's not in water. It's kind of weird. No. Danielle starts talking about her pet goldfish. No.
Oh,
Oh, that sounds like a wholesome conversation.
Brian loves
Do you not
goldfish.
remember when you turned the aboleth into the goldfish?
Yes.
Don't kill the goldfish. The goldfish.
No, it polymorphed back after an hour.
He's looking for us somewhere in the sea.
It's always looking for you.
I'll come
So-
like
Still think we could be friends.
I'll come take Daniel away to let the boys.
Brian.
So you're gonna take Daniel away?
Daniel, let's go to sleep. Let's leave Brian to his quarters.
Okay, you're all sleeping in one big room.
Oh really? We're just gonna move over like a meter.
Just a meter.
Yeah. You
Just
kind
a
of.
meter.
She's like kind of leaning like this. You can kind of just pull her sleeping bag back, and she's like, "Oh, okay." And slides away.
Fine.
Good night.
And she kind of says to you, Neff, "Good night. I'm glad you're not going tomorrow."
Oh. I'm glad to. Have a good night, sister.
Okay. And she sleeps. She turns away from you and sleeps, as if perhaps too much affection for one day. Louis, you
relatable
settle down as well. Is there anything you wish to do before you go to sleep?
Like in the kind of whispering way, that like people, like young children at sleepovers.
Yeah. Like Chinese whispers.
Like people who never go
Oh,
to
no,
sleep,
no,
just
just-
always like.
Yeah.
Guys, I really want to protect you all. Like, you've done an amazing job protecting me and everyone else, and I want to help see us through tomorrow as best as I can. Yeah. Mm.
I did remember something you wanted to do.
You're a strong fighter, Bluey. I believe in you. I know you'll do us proud.
Astra's gonna kind of rub you on the back and just like, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Good luck, all of you guys.
Thank you, Mom Astra.
I just saw a note that I made to myself to do earlier, but could I do it now?
What is it?
I think I want to go to Astra and just say, Astra, I'm not sure how much magical energy you have left, but I just wanted to send potentially a message to my parents. Only
Let me just. We're good. Okay.
Cool. It's
3.
Wait, how many words is it again? I need to plan this.
Yeah.
26?
25? How could you possibly forget?
I had a big note saying do it. How many names were there again?
Sorry?
No, sorry, Emma. How many names were
names?
there again?
The names were Travar, Ellen, Siler,
Wait,
Artin,
Ellen, Syra,
Siler, Artin,
Artin,
Lila.
Lila. Cool. Okay, let me just do some real quick.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. I already
Oh
know.
yeah. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. There's no way this is ending well.
Nothing ever ends well for Brian.
You have a fangirl.
Yay.
You've always wanted it. I know you did.
I do actually really like her.
I like her more and more.
Yeah.
every day.
I love this dynamic that's building up. This is great.
Mm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hang on, my leg's gone to sleep. Okay, that's fine.
Wake up Emma's leg.
It's fine.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
I was trying to do various JoJo things.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Did you? You don't have Twitter. You wouldn't have seen it.
Okay.
I made a persona
Yeah.
like from JoJo.
That's so much. Oh my gosh.
Hang on, let me find it.
So good.
1, 2, 3.
It's just me as a JoJo character. Oh, we can't see it. You get an idea though. I'll
It's
send it.
Holy
Dude, I
crap.
love that picture. That picture's so
Holy
good.
shit.
I also
Thank
really
you.
need to watch JoJo.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're talking about Super.
Yeah. Oh,
There we go.
Oh my god.
that's almost worse. But
Nice. Oh my
Okay.
gosh, those
It works,
abs
though. It
look
looks
really
pretty
I know I
small.
don't have them overall. I don't have them, but JoJo. So
I love that.
right.
I love it.
Okay. So the message is, please, why did we deny aid to Cal Khan? We hurt them. Please know their names. Trivar, Ellen, Sila, Arta, Layla. I won't forget.
Fuck, boys. Okay.
Let's go. This is.
Who did you send it to? Your mother or your father?
Father.
Oh,
Obviously.
Daddy dearest.
What?
Daddy,
Oh,
I have a message for you.
How many words was that? Just out of curiosity.
23.
23. Good. Tagged at the very end from all stuff.
From All Star.
From All-Star. Love All-Star. No, from All-Star.
From also. From.
Maybe just All-Star.
Game on.
Game over.
Game on.
Yeah.
Game over.
Astro's
Game
making
over, dude. That's good.
to make sure to sign that because
You don't want to be an enemy.
she fears rolling real bad.
More than Karul, I think.
I feel like if they have a really legit reason for not helping out, this is gonna get hella awkward.
But he didn't say, like, ooh.
No, but but by the very nature of the circumstances,
He
it's
wasn't
gonna-
like, you're
gonna be-
terrible for denying aid. He's like, why? I just want you to know the names because I'm not going to forget.
There is a reply.
Oh, shit.
After a moment. Hang on.
I don't know if I like this.
After a moment, you hear a male voice in your mind. Say this to All Star. You know nothing of what we have done.
Okay.
Ask.
I did ask.
You didn't ask about what's it
I said,
before about anything about the Messiah.
I wonder
You just
why.
told them. But he's giving you now. I remember you saying you didn't feel like you had someone to ask, so now you can ask him certainly anything.
Awkward.
But I did ask. I said, why did we deny aid?
Ask
You
again.
get the impression it was something you could not explain in 25 words.
Okay.
I just dropped something. Hang on. Do 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 do. Oh fucking hell!
Again.
I know.
Brian, do you need me to send another message? And Astra's voice does crack.
No. Brian looks down for a solid 20 seconds and then says, thank you, Astra. And just pats you on the shoulder and goes back to Loran. He doesn't, he's probably keeping his head like down. You probably can't see his expression. Unless you take a real good look.
Anything
I'm
else
just
anybody
looking.
wants to do?
Huh?
I was just gonna say Astra's looking.
Okay.
Astra's
How
looking.
well is Astra looking?
Well, insight.
It's my jam. Yeah, it is.
Jam is my jam. Ha ha ha.
That's 22.
But again, All-Star, you don't have to tell them anything you don't.
I would say that you've never seen Brian very angry, but there's something very close to like hatred in his eyes.
Ooh.
But it goes away very quickly when he goes back to Loran. It's just there for like a second.
Okay.
Probably not a very pretty expression. Just like me.
What are these self-burns?
I'm good at them.
With that, as you all rest in expectation of the day ahead, Astra, what did you want to do?
Oh, I just, I think maybe I got my voice cut out, but I did want to Arcana check, investigate my hand thing. You had
Yes, you can.
a moment to do that.
I can't wait to rip
What
this
am I rolling for that? Or,
For your Ash,
yeah.
Arcana, investigation, anything like that would
I
be.
take mine off as well. Really itchy.
Also, that's a 28.
It is magical. The class of magic is enchantment, and it does not come off no matter how much you rub it.
Okay. Also, that was the Arcana check.
Yeah.
Could I do like an identify on learning?
As a spell,
Yeah.
you get the impression just from like your Arcana check because it's so good that this isn't necessarily a spell so much as it is a magical effect.
hmm
So identify might not do too much.
What was that?
Okay.
You can certainly try it.
It was mostly like she kind of wants to know, like, I don't know, like it's more about the tree that it came from.
Oh, you think it came from a tree? Make a nature check.
My two best things back to back. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You understand, knowing the sort of charred nature of trees, this isn't necessarily ash from a tree from bark or anything that could have fallen from that. It looks more like a ember has settled on your hand. Like the
Okay.
mark left by a sort of sweep of an ember.
Okay. Cool. Interesting.
Blending into the wall.
Anything else?
You are okay.
Okay, then I think we will leave it there for now, guys, as I just need to do one thing. Oh, I'm free.
That was a nightmare.
Oh, I'm back.
That hurt. That was really hurting my head there at the
Yeah.
end. Oh, my poor...
Oh,
my gosh.
It's like having.
my emo haircut.
I like that. Great.
I really enjoyed this colour, though, not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Oh, it looks so cute. Guys.
That was a session. A session it
That was a
was.
session. Do you know what?
My
I thought we were
goodness.
going to get to the ritual combat today, so I was completely prepped for that. But I'm glad we did this.
This was fun. This was good character development.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Everything went completely opposite to what we were saying. We're like, I'm sure this
Yeah, it
is
was
gonna
crazy.
happen.
I did not
I'm
expect
sure
it to
this
go
is
this
gonna
way.
happen. You're like, no.
No one feels like I've pressured them to do the battle to the death, do they? Because I don't want anyone to be able to come back and say, "You killed my character, how dare you?"
I mean,
or anything
I
like
have
that.
a fun backup character, so
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Fine. That's fine. Sweet.
Already
hold it
moved
against me,
on.
guys.
I've already
You got
moved
yourselves
on. Who cares about Brian?
Daniel cares, Loran cares.
Daniel.
By this point, the whole party cares.
Daniel.
Sarah's
I'll
a
come
kind
back
of
for Daniel.
personal by this point.
The purest
That's
soul.
Come back and... Do it. Dare you.
Well,
Really funny.
What? What happened?
Someone-
Who's daring what?
What?
yeah.
What? I said come back as Daniel.
No,
Come back
come
as
back,
it.
come
What?
back for Daniel.
Oh, right. I thought you said as.
Actually, wait a minute. Okay, if for some reason Neff dies, can I switch to Danuel as a backup character, or is she already too built
Yeah. No, you can.
up? We're gonna have the best
Gosh.
dynamic if you
We might have
survive
to
and I
retcon. We
die.
might have to retcon her not having that many powers. and give her something, but that's fine.
What's her
Definitely
intelligence like?
doable.
Does she have like really high int wisdom or something?
She doesn't have an actual character sheet yet. I've just been kind of improvising everything that she does.
You should
That's
make
my
her a character
peek
sheet
behind the
that
veil.
like fits her thing, maybe
I will.
potentially.
The thing.
I will. Just removing bits of cosplay.
Yeah. I'm like, I want to take this off.
Just take it off.
It's behind there. I'd have to.
You don't have a wig on.
This is gonna take a bit of work.
My arms can't.
Mm.
How can you do it?
What? How does this even attach? What is this monstrosity?
It's called a necklace.
I don't know what these are. I don't wear necklaces. I'm not that posh.
Oh, and now how does it
Corset.
Oh my gosh.
What? How do you?
I
Cool.
didn't bring
It's not
any
even really a
male Brian
corset.
cosplay.
It's just a belt.
Okay, there you go.
Is that left leg?
Ah, you're all good.
I'll take that off in a minute. Oh, guys.
I love
Good
Danuel.
game.
Danuel is such a good character.
Thanks. I like all y'all's characters too.
Oh, much love.
Oh,
I like all of y'all's characters too.
okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Thank
So-
you.
Rightio. Aelin, we were going to have our conversation now.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Everyone else, I will talk to you next week. Are we still... Oh, wait. Yes, we're still on for next week. No. Yes. Yes. It's the one after that we're missing.
Yep.
So
Cool.
Taking the 28th off.
I'll be in Melbourne next week,
Okay.
including next Sunday.
Okay.
But I'm not sure like what's. I mean, this is in
What
an
the internet
Airbnb.
section looks like.
Yeah, and I
Right.
don't
Okay.
know if
Wait,
we're
wait,
paying
wait.
for internet or.
Ada, where are you going to be staying?
Why doesn't Thomas come to you and you guys play together?
I can drive anywhere. I can drive literally anywhere.
He
I've got a
can.
car.
Oh
I've got
yeah,
fuel.
you can drive.
Yeah.
It's great.
We can.
Look, I'm there with Tom's parents and like his sister and girlfriend, and like his parents sleep quite early, so like I don't know how I feel like being like getting back after a D&D session.
I mean,
like
you could
11:30.
I get what
you could play for like an
I don't know.
hour and then if it gets late, just
What if we say, instead of Sunday, try Saturday? Or we can just miss 2 weeks.
Wait,
Come
what
back on May.
suburb is this Airbnb in?
I could find
but
out.
we could change the
Because-
time slightly.
The only problem is that if I leave this post, then I can no longer record the session.
Uh,
I can try.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
What's the? Just send me the program.
It's gonna take a lot of setting up, but I can do that.
Let me.
We'll
see if I
we'll
can
figure it
get-
out. We'll figure it out. We've got a week.
I'll
we can
message
figure
you.
it out.
Yeah.
If not, we'll just miss the session. Things would be missing 2 people anyway. That's kind of in line with what we do. And it'll just be like, more time to say goodbye to Louis and All-Star and Aston. No, I'm joking. I joke. I jest!
This is gonna be crazy. What?
This is gonna make me want to die.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
I was
If I
getting
don't
ready to
make you
come
guys
up with a
want to die.
backup character,
Sorry.
actually. It was gonna be all
No.
dramatic, Nev was like, I will come back, I promise. And then she would, like, die.
I don't want to die.
Actually, I still don't, I don't know. I don't think she'd be picked.
I think
We could all come back as ghosts.
Ghost Bluey.
I mean, there's always true resurrection.
Yes, eventually.
25,000 gold!
Alright, well, anyway. That was fun.
Yes.
Right. Okay, guys, I will talk to you then in the chat that we have, the various chats.
Yes.
And, sweet. Any questions? Hit me up. If
Thank
not,
you for DMing.
then
Much love from
Yes.
Melbourne.
Bye.
bye!
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
You.
Bye bye. Bye.